It's Tuesday night, it's 10:30. That can mean only one thing. It is, of course, Tuesday Club here at the Adams Arms. So good evening and welcome to the Adams Arms, a hostelry for the hopeful and a place where football can and will still be fun. Because if tonight has reminded us of anything at all, it's just how wild this beautiful game can be. 9 goals, end-to-end, Paris Saint-Germain and FC Bayern trading blows in a 5-4 that barely made sense from minute one to the next. Chaos, pure chaos. And it's tempting after a night like that to think, well, that's what European football is all about, the big ties, always like this. But tomorrow night, Arsenal travel to face Atlético Madrid, and that, let's be honest, that game might be a little bit different because for years, Atletico have been cast as the disruptors, the masters of slowing the game down, breaking rhythm, dragging you into chaos. And, well, we're kind of familiar with that, aren't we, as Arsenal fans? The dark Arteta. So is it going to be one of those sort of niggly contests, people looking for advantage, fair means or foul? But honestly, this version of Atletico Madrid, this version can play. They're comfortable on the ball. They can build. They can hurt you in moments where you think you're in control. So this isn't just a test of whether Arsenal can dominate. It's really a test of whether they can recognise when they're not in control and respond. Because the real danger tomorrow night isn't really just the chaos that you expect. It's the moments you don't. Those moments you don't see coming. So tonight, no cliches, no outdated narratives, just a really clear, focused look on what this game really is. Let's talk about it. Let's look at lineups. Let's discuss tactics and formations, all the good stuff. I don't know about you, I haven't actually seen Mikel Arteta's press conference. And I never really look forward to these. It's not something that I don't think it jumps out at me. But I'm more than happy to go through that with you guys and let's talk about who's fit and available. I've heard rumours and little bits and pieces. But then let's talk about, I had the great privilege of watching the match tonight with my father-in-law and he asked me a very simple question. Which of these two teams do you want in the final? And honestly, at the beginning of the match, I was like, neither. By the end of the match, I'm sure I don't want to face either of these two. But just the way Arsenal play, we have beaten both of these teams, you know. Obviously, Paris Saint-Germain did for us in last season's semi-finals. But also, I do just want to spend a little time this evening talking about football around Arsenal in general. Great to see you here already. Thanks for being here with me. We are doing a show tomorrow. I'm even strongly contemplating a virtualing. So let me know if you're around for the virtualing tomorrow. I think I'll be nervous. I don't think I'm going to be that nervous. So I'm not, at this point in time, really that nervous. So let me get to some of your comments. I'm delighted, as I said, to see you here. There we are. Look at that. It's funny. I always expect Hawkwind to be the first one. He's not. It's Aklak Arsenal. Dan the man. Good to see you, mate. How are you? And there she is, Malia, Queen of Tea. Big up, boss man, and all the legends in the chat. Tuesday Club. Let's go. Come on, you Gunners, says Adare06. I'm feeling the vibe. I'm feeling the love. I'm feeling the confidence. Malt Licky Texas is here. Thank goodness. Landlord, great to see you. And Zanzi. Sup, young fella, and Leah. Queen of Tea, kettles on. You know what you want. There he is. Sandeep's here. Evening, everyone. Fell in love with football again watching tonight's match. A brilliant comment, by the way. Yeah, you know what? I think that is a really good way to start off. I think that will take us to a musical interlude. I have to play the Tuesday Club song because it's the only time I ever play it. Might not play it all the way through, but here's the Tuesday Club song just for you.
As dust settles, moonlight sharp like a blade. Tuesday club door swing, cool cats invade. Rosie at the helm, a queen with no crown. Snaps fingers once, the whole room quiets down. Jackets leather, glasses frosted with steam. Laughter ricochets like a well-oiled machine. Dice roll in shadows, secrets drip like wax. Stylish assassins, no need to relax. Tuesday nights where the ice don't melt. Every word spoken, every vibe felt. Rosie rules, no fools, no scrub. This ain't no party, it's the Tuesday Club. Tuesday nights where the ice don't melt. Every word spoken, every vibe felt. Rosie rules. dim where the whispers spark flames. Stories unravel, but nobody names names. Vinyl spins and beats bounce off the walls. Saxophone crying like the street light calls. The regulars know it's not just a scene. It's a haven for the sharp, the slick, the serene. Chatter like bullets ricochet through the air. Rosie's eyes sharper than a lioness stare. No drama, no mess, just rhythm and flow. Tuesday's the day, the city, let's go. Tuesday nights where the ice don't melt. Every word spoken, every vibe felt. Rosie rules, no fools, no scrub. This ain't no party, it's the Tuesday club. Tuesday night.
Say no party. It's the Tuesday Club. Where are we up to? Good to see you. Here's some good questions coming up, by the way. How's it going over the pond? Asks Zanzi of Mortlake, Texas. And an evening landlord. I'll have a pint of Atletico meh and a packet of but PSG or Bayern gulp, please. But if we get when we get to the final, let me read that differently. But when we get to the final, let's stink it out with a 1-0 win. Like against Parma in '94. I don't care. Do you think our defence is so good that they won't be able to play this cavalier attacking, no defend football? What do you make of Simeone confirming Arsenal's interest in Alvarez? Very rare for managers to talk about transfers before the season ends. I think there's some reasons for that. What I will say is the clip that I saw, he doesn't actually confirm it. He just says, I'd understand why Diego Simeone would be wanted by all these clubs. And I don't think there's any doubt that he is. For me, there's still a question mark over whether a deal for Julian Alvarez could be done, given what they paid for him was quite a lot. And they'd probably want to get a profit on that. And would we really pay over 100 million for a player? All kinds of rumours flying around in the transfer. I wonder why there are so many Arsenal-related transfer rumours going around. Is it just because we're all a little bit fed up with what we're seeing? Is it just... I made a video talking about loss aversion and the fear of loss kicking in. That's in the Arsenal fan base, definitely. I feel that we are a little bit nervous. But in terms of... there's definitely concrete interest in Julian Alvarez. I said this a month ago. There's been so much reporting on it from credible sources that whether it can get done or not is a different matter. Can't get over the match today, and it's only the first leg. I know, right? Did it go how you expected? I didn't know what to expect. I just knew it was going to be a great game, and it is a sort of thing where we just want to get to the final. The question I guess I would have for you, and I might put a little poll up, is do you think we'll get through Atletico? And do you think it'll be a scintillating game, or is it going to be another Newcastle? Do you think the players will have... I think there's something about this European tie where the pressure's a bit off. I think unlike the Premier League where Arsenal players are all carrying the huge weight of expectation, I think in the Champions League it's not impossible to conceive that they might just feel a little bit like, we're an Arsenal team. We're not expected to get to the final. And I do think we have enough to get past Atletico. Carl is here. Brilliant to see you. I like the fact Henry was singing Alvarez's praise a while back. He has the TH14 stamp of approval. He definitely should have, I think. I'm surprised at the number of people who didn't rate him at Man City. I think the season he came in... covering, they were outstanding. He scores from everywhere. He can carry the ball from midfield. He's got a wicked shot on him. He's a team player. Great work rate. What's not to love? That's what I'd say. Yes, he's got TH14 stamp of approval as well. Thierry Henry said he's got the Vavavoom. That'll do me. Vavavoom Rares. I don't know. I'm working on chance. Give me a moment. If we do get to the final, we give some serious stuff to defend whoever goes through. No, Kane scored in a semi-final. I mean, it was a penalty. He was anonymous again. Maybe it's good to get Bayern. Who do we fear more? I can't tell you after that match. For long periods of that game, I was like, oh, Paris Saint-Germain, they're next level. But it also occurred to me, that's the battle of the Farmers' Leagues, isn't it? Germany versus France. The only team in France takes on the only team in Germany. But I tell you what, for Farmers, they don't half play with a bit of panache. Do a watch along. I'm not nervous one bit. I'm nervous and not all at one bit. I'm not right now. I'm not nervous. I don't know about tomorrow. I don't know how I'll feel tomorrow. Good mate, how are you? I must ask, what is the connection between you and the now defunct, I think, country of Zanzibar? Born there, mate. I can tell you that. He was born there. Let's stink the game up with a frantic 1-0 win. I think you mean let's get there. Come on. Care over the spelling, please. Someone's got to read this stuff. Zanzi, the man, the myth, the legend. Exactly. I'd love that. Zanzi. Act like Arsenal is still there, but I'm here now. I was born there, hence I'm Zanzi Barbarian. Well, you used to be. You changed. I did an advert for your channel on the call-in with Tom Canton. Did you? Benny from Berlin. What did you say? Oh, which reminds me, now that you and Zanzi are here, get some of that down, yeah. Need some help up here. We are doing a show tomorrow as well. Bobby, if you're listening in replay and you're thinking, why are they on? And we are on because it's Tuesday and it can't miss a Tuesday. I miss it too much. I saw this as well, Zanzi. Andrea Berta was out in Turkey watching Victor Osimhen, and I'm really excited about that. Can you imagine Alvarez and Osimhen? Is it one of those things where Andrea Berta, the transfer gangster, goes and sees Osimhen and just says to Atletico, well, we don't really need Alvarez, but we're thinking of it. Can we afford Victor Osimhen's high wages? Has Victor Osimhen climbed down from his wage profile? People don't really do that, do they? Eze's post-match interview after Newcastle is a mentality we need. Why was he injured off then? And the only bit of the Mikel Arteta press conference I did see, and I think I'll play it. Let me know in your comments if you want me to go through or if you've all seen it and you don't want me to. I just haven't, so I thought I'd use this as an excuse to go through it. Zanzi, you're better off on that side of the pond. We're living the crazy times on this side. I know, but when America sneezes, the world catches a cold, so don't think it's not affecting us. No more. Andrea Berta was also at the Galatasaray game against Fenerbahce a few days back. No prizes for who he wants to watch. Getting said person would mean we 2 number 9s in the same first name. I would sacrifice Jokers for Osimhen. But I just don't know how you get past his salary demands. Get Bayern and get revenge on them. Or Paris Saint-Germain and get revenge on them. It's all good, man. We owe both of them. Exactly. Look, Colles, you and I think alike. There he is. Boy Tendio. I'm jaded, hoping for a good performance to re-energise fan base. Can I just be blunt? This fan base, you can't spend your time worrying about them. They are often miserable and mopey, and you know who isn't miserable and mopey? You know who always comes up with good energy when you really need him? It is the man, the myth, Zanzi, formerly Zanzi Barbarian.
Who's this bloke with energy in Vavavoom then?
Yeah, it's you, Zanzi.
Oh, right. Sorry. Hello.
You're the one with the pep.
Pep. No, I don't want to be with pep.
We're sitting the right way around, I think. Point to the audience. There you go.
I can only do that because I know which side this is on. I have to look at what I'm doing and go that way. I can point at you as well.
I can't breathalyze you, but I can make you touch your nose. Point to the crowd.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Which
on.
nose?
Lucas.
Lucas. So, lots to talk about. Did you see Mikel Arteta's press conference?
No.
Do you think we should have a look at it?
I haven't seen a press conference of Mikel Arteta's since the last one I saw, which was like 18 months ago, and I thought, okay.
You're not missing much, are you?
No.
I'm still on the quadruple strength. It still kills me every time I look at it.
Yeah. Well, this is quadruple strength in there.
Don't shake it. Don't shake it like that. It looks like it's a bottle you keep under your chair, and you just have to. You're allowed to take breaks.
Well, yeah. Well, if you hear a funny noise and this starts to fill up, and I haven't left.
Even if I hear a funny noise, I am hearing a funny noise.
Sorry.
So,
from you, sir.
Ooh, handbags. They've started as they mean to go on. So
I saw the goals today.
The what?
The goals.
Oh, of the Paris Saint-Germain Bayern game.
Yeah, I have to say, Bayern Munich's defending looks fucking shite.
Yeah, I mean there is that. There is that. However,
mind you, PSG didn't look that good.
I was going to say it was a slugfest. Loads of space in behind,
but their goals look good. Especially Kvaratskhelia first goal.
Well, both of his goals actually.
Yeah,
one touch, bang. I I don't know. Look, you can get ahead of yourself. We've got 2 games against Atletico and a game against Fulham before we even, these are the important moments, aren't they?
Yeah.
Christopher Powell, big up Dan. Come on, you Gunners, glad Eze is fit. Is he though? I swear I lip read him saying it went twang. Oh, God knows what I heard then. A wild Zanzi appeared.
Okay,
Here he is.
G-string going twang, couldn't it?
Yeah, I don't think you'd get yourself subbed off for that normally, would you?
Oh, I don't know.
You used to play a bit of football. Have you ever seen that?
I've never wanted to
Gaffer. My underhose have been compromised. Right. Hawkwind's here. Geezer.
Yeah.
You know what that means, don't you, Zanzi?
Yeah, it's about bloody time as well, isn't it?
It sucks the streets bringing justice. You should have put a wig on while the video was playing. Now the illusion is spoiled. The illusion is spoiled. They know it's not real hair now. All right, okay, they know it's not your real... Well, okay, I'm going to leave it there. Legendary Lucasade Geezer. That buying game made me dizzy. I think there was a few people... I loved it. It was brilliant. Managed to get a bet on after the first half that there would be 8 goals in the game. Happy days. Lucasade is surely the best energy drink ever made. Is it it's just sugary water. Come on. I saw Arteta ignore the injury question weirdly. I do want to play this. This is really stupid. He actually says Timber's fit and then seems to suggest that someone's got the wrong end. I watched it twice. I've only watched the first...
Timber, do you mean Eze?
Timber.
All right.
Right, let's watch this. I'm going to do this.
You're talking about Eze, though.
Right, watch this, though. I just want to watch this. Where are we? Hang on. We've prepared. He does talk a good game. If only you got points for that, huh?
Yeah.
If only you could get points for your manager talking really well. Okay, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome in Michael Arteta. Bipedal. Pulls the chair back. This is my chair, he says to himself, and it's a bit high, but I'll live with it. Adjust the microphone. Put my water behind the drinks.
Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's well. If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll try to get to as many of you as we can, but obviously there's lots of people here, so...
That cameraman's done my head in already. Like, you know where the guy's going to sit. You don't need to adjust
we'll try to get round to as many as we can.
Isn't he beautiful? Ah...
We're all ready in the room. We'll come firstly to Alex Howell from the BBC there.
I had my hand up first.
Oh, no, he can't see you because you're not wearing your wig.
No.
And leave first alone. It's a slow burner. Once you get it, you'll find that funny.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Could we start with some player updates, please? Kai Havertz and Eberechi Eze came off at the weekend, so either of them available for tomorrow?
Guy is out and Ebbs is ready to go.
That is good news. But it does make me wonder, what the hell was he doing coming off? We needed him against Newcastle. A couple more goals wouldn't have killed anyone, would it?
Thank you. And Ricardo Calafiori wasn't in the squad the weekend, but was training, and Jurriën Timber has been out for a little while. So are either of those in the squad are available?
Yeah, those two are.
Okay, is everyone else getting glitchy? Oh, Zanzi's gone.
No, I'm still there.
Okay. I'm going to replay that because that's fairly clear, isn't it?
Jurriën Timber has been out for a little while, so are either of those in the squad are available?
Yeah, those two are available for tomorrow.
Right? We heard that. I'm going to play once more because
yes, so those are available tomorrow.
Listen.
The weekend, but was training, and Jurriën Timber has been out for a little while, so are either of those in the squad are available?
Calafiori's been out for a little while, but he was training, and Jurriën Timber, are either of those available? To which Mikel Arteta says,
yeah, those two are available for tomorrow.
Those two are available for tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Bear that in mind, people.
So tomorrow is a big match. After the pressure of the weekend, after a big result in the Premier League after things have been difficult for you. So how much confidence have you taken from that after a run of games when things maybe haven't gone to plan?
Well, after that win, a massive win for us against Newcastle, you could sense straight away the energy, the confidence coming into this game. It's a massive privilege to be here again 2 years in a row in the semi-final of the Champions League, representing our club. And yeah, what an opportunity. We're going to grab it with both hands.
Don't do that, obviously. Don't grab it with both hands. I think this is a game of football. This is just annoying me now. Like, these aren't really answers. This is just that why has he turned up to answer these questions? He doesn't want to be there.
You're going to see a team that wants to be.
Huh?
Anyone could answer questions like that.
I mean, like do you know what I mean? Yeah, we're going to grab it with both hands. We're really thrilled. It's the way he subtly plays in the fact that, it's historic for us. We've not done 2 semi-finals in a row. It's, yeah, all right, we get it. But we want, anyway.
There's one person I'd like to have grab both hands, and that's keeper. Ours, preferably.
Yeah, definitely. I hope he does use both hands.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't need to, actually. I hope he reads a newspaper.
And that wants to win it, and they wants to start to decide the tie tomorrow.
As you mentioned there, a big achievement being in the semi-final of the Champions League back-to-back years. But what are you expecting from Atletico tomorrow?
A really tough match, a team that has managed so much experience in the competition that they have every right to be here, because what they've done, again, is remarkable. We know the difficulty of the match, but I think we have shown in Europe, in any ground, what we are capable of. We've been very consistent, and tomorrow we have to play with that confidence, with that desire and that will to come here to win the game.
John from the Mirror.
Hello, Mikel. Can I just double check? You did say Jurian's available tomorrow.
You spotted that well.
Right. You said Jurian was available. You spotted that well.
Yes, I did. What a hell of a boost that is, because he's such an important player.
Jurian is not in the squad.
What the fuck are we doing here? Anyone? Like, does anyone speak Arteta anymore? Like, is he playing 6D chess with himself now? Jurian Timber is apparently not in the squad. He's in the squad. He's not in the squad. Good spot. I said he was in the squad, but I don't know where you got the. And then this poor bastard has to give it like he's made a mistake.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Why are you apologising? That's the most English thing you can do. How about going, what the fuck are you talking about? You just said he was in. Oh, sorry. I must be mad.
I'm going to fade away now.
Why?
Because I don't know what artist is on about.
Re-record, not fade away.
But Ricky and Bukayo, they are.
I said Ricky and Bukayo. I mean, it came out Timber, but I said Bukayo. Can't you just stop listening to the words I say? And maybe that's the problem the team have got. They've been listening to his words.
The squad.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. We misunderstood. We were talking to Martin.
Didn't misunderstood. He misspoke. It does
before, and he was talking about the opportunity to make history.
Yeah.
And just what an amazing period this is. Really, what an opportunity. Is that what it's all about? I mean, these incredible 7 games ahead of you, and
right. We can come back to that. I'm a little bit annoyed, but you see what I mean? Like that is as clear as mud, isn't it?
I don't know, Dan. I mean, what colour is your wall behind you? Is it green or is it blue?
Yes, it is green and blue. You heard that right, but it's not green or blue.
Yeah.
Dan,
can I ask you another question? You said your wall was green or blue. It looks white to me.
Good spot.
Yeah.
I said it's white.
Yeah, okay.
Would love a chat about now confirmed fixture list, especially the Burnley game now on a Monday night. Is the fixture list confirmed? Because I don't know if City's is confirmed, because we don't know when they're playing the Bournemouth game, and we don't know when they're playing unless I'm mistaken, I'm going to look it up now, but I don't think anyone knows when any of the games are going to be played. I just want us to beat Fulham and have a 6-point lead and let Man City worry about clawing that back. And I think all of the talk about everybody talking about the goal difference and things, I think that's a little bit unnecessary at this juncture.
I can't believe that they have this problem with Man City's games, because you'd have thought when they're sorting it all out, and they'll probably think, oh, right, well, Man City are doing this. They could be in that one there. So that game there, we'll have to play on that.
It's not about
day.
City, actually. The irony here is it's about Europe. It's about Palace being in Europe.
Yeah, but they should have also worked that out as well.
But no, so okay, the Bournemouth game was a problem because, and that does look like it's been moved now to 3 days after the cup final. So Man City play Chelsea on the 16th, and on the 19th they at 7:30 kickoff they go to Bournemouth away. Bournemouth have not lost in 16 home games, something like that. I just have to check that. And then 5 days after that they host Aston Villa for the last game of the season. But before that they are now playing Crystal Palace 3 days before the cup final, and they're playing Bournemouth 3 days after the cup final. And I think that's a good time for them to be playing Palace, to be honest with you, because it's close enough so that Palace will still be... I don't know, maybe I'm talking shit. But they play Brentford and Everton on the 4th and the 9th. So I can see them dropping 4 points. That's my view at this point. So, yeah, let's chat. What do you want to talk about, Aklak? Have we covered what you want to say? Malt Licky Texas says, I'm worried Osimhen's body has taken a bit of a battering with injuries. Caveat emptor. Yes. Sack the producer, Dan. Would that I had one. Would that I had one to sack. I should easily like to sack them all. Eze was probably a precaution. Must have been. His lips ain't moving. From what Ebb said after the match, it was just a niggle. But don't come off then. Nah. He corrected himself. Timber is still out. Yeah, I know. We just watched it. But that was a hell of a... I don't know. It doesn't help me like him. Best ventriloquist mannequin I've ever seen. Timber is out. He admitted he made a mistake. When did he admit... Dank, good to see you, by the way. When did he admit he made a mistake?
He didn't. He was blaming the reporter for being...
Yeah. Why did the reporter apologise then?
I don't know.
I don't think he knows what's going on. I frankly don't think Arteta was paying attention for the injury questions. But they're the first questions. They're the ones that everybody... No one gives a shit. Like, no one... I don't need... Listen, it's not about criticising Arteta. I'd criticise any manager for doing this. This is a historic opportunity for us. We're really excited about it. We're going to grab it with both hands. It's an exciting time. We can't wait for the game. There you go. We knew you were going to say that, but what we didn't know is who's fit. Yeah, they're all fit. All of them are fit? No. Okay. We're playing that sort of thing. City isn't confirmed.
Can I just quickly say hi, Gary, bye, Gary?
No.
Okay.
Because I haven't put Gary's comment up yet, so now it just looks like your previous. I don't know. Stacia Blake is the Hawkwind dancer. What a piece of art. What a piece of art. Don Gorgon, 4168. We'll just call you Don Gorgon if that's all right. Now.
I didn't understand that question at all, or that one.
Hey, well, look at the text that's up there now.
Bye, Gary.
Thank you very much. The reporter is just too English. Fucking it is, isn't it? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. You were wrong. It's just like, what the fuck? I just want. Can we just have a couple of not so polite, journalists up there going, mate, are you drunk? You just said Timber's in. I'll expect to see him. I don't care if he's on crutches. You said he's in. He's in. Enough. We could do with him, couldn't we? Ronnie Johnny, 88.
Do that, don't they?
Huh?
English people always do that. Someone treads on your toe. I'm sorry.
There's a fantastic show they did where the game was you had to get people to say as many times as possible. And this one woman just decides to stand in front of the escalator and in the way. And as everybody's walking past, they go, sorry. It's just like, why are you saying sorry? She's the prick. I never say sorry. Journo should have said to Arteta, well, you shouldn't have said Timber was ready to play, but maybe Journos really aren't allowed to talk back to Arteta. One of the things that his most negative, that the people most negative about Arteta always say is that journalists aren't allowed to ask any questions they want. And if they did ask any question they want, they have no way of making him answer them. The one that got me was after the Newcastle game, where the first question was about Eze and Havertz. He went, yeah, it was a good result. I was like, didn't ask you that, mate. I'd love him to just have some double-hard bastard journalist go, if you don't start answering the questions I'm actually asking, I shall come up there. Mate, you said Timber's in a matchday squad. Half the nation already placed bets on those words, you pure blend. Maybe they're worried he'll do a Verstappen and banish them. Or a Fergie and banish them. He will. He probably will. Look, I don't even think it's necessarily Arteta. I think his press office probably clamped down on that. It's a silliness. Do you remember these press conferences? Do you remember the George Graham press conferences? I think I was trying to work this out. Is it because they used to do them, but it was just for journalists, so it's for the written press, and no one ever videoed or filmed one, and even if they had, it would never have made it on telly. But now with platforms like YouTube, you can put these out there. Because where else do you see these? You don't see them on TV, do you? So it's only like Haters where you go on, and that's where I watch them anyway, and you get to see Arteta and what he says, and the novelty of that's great. I really want to find out what he has to say about tomorrow's game. And then it's the same thing interchangeably, him just sitting there going, yeah, we're really excited. We're going to go out there to win it. You said that about the Newcastle match. Yeah. You said that about the Bournemouth match. Yeah. You just say that every time. Yeah. Was tonight's game great attacking or crap defending? It's just terrible defending. Hope everyone knows who I'm doing there. It's just terrible defending. You never win anything with kids. Was tonight's great game attacking or crap defending? Definitely Bayern didn't defend. I'm going to say 6-1, half dozen of t'other. It was a good game. It was an attacking game, sharp, quick passing, lots of space in behind. I'm no tactico, but I would question, was anyone defending at all? I don't know, but you know that one thing we have to be absolutely aware of is in a final, either one of these two teams is scoring at least a goal, which means we will have to score at least a goal. I think press conferences are useless for the most part anyway. All media trained bullshit. Just think of halftime interviews they brought up in the start of the season. Didn't last long. They did one. Did I see that Eddie Howe actually did one? Yeah, and no one wanted halftime manager interviews. Are you sad that you haven't been able to see? I want to be in the dressing room. Oh, I'd love to be in the dressing room. You know, wouldn't you just love that? Wouldn't that'd be good, wouldn't it? If you could see the team talk. Do you think they get into a huddle in the changing rooms as well? Do you think maybe they're just always huddling?
Yeah, I bet they get in there and.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, boss. What did you say?
Timber, are you fit?
Better.
Yeah, I'm fit. I'll tell him you're fit. I'm not fit. What? What? Who's fit? Who's playing? If Arteta doesn't know, how am I supposed to know? Do you think the Bayern PSG fan... Great to see you, Dank. This is a great question so far. This is my favourite one. I'm going to go straight over to Zanzi with... Do you think that... You didn't watch the game, did you?
No, I just watched highlights.
What were you doing that was more important?
Anything, really.
You didn't want to watch the... Oh, okay. Well,
no, I was watching a film with the missus.
Go on, what was it? Was it The Sound of Music again?
No. It wasn't Bambi either.
It was The Sound of Music.
It was...
Look at you trying to make up a film.
No,
like that.
It was
Rambo.
It was quite
First
entertaining,
Blood.
actually. It was about a bloke who we didn't actually know his true life. He did something like 59 bank jobs in Canada, and it was all.
There aren't 59 banks in Canada. You mean he went into the same bank every week?
No, he actually went into some banks more than once.
Because they're so polite in Canada. They're even more polite than us. Hey, what are you doing, eh?
Well,
give me all the money. Okay, then.
He went from the States to Canada, fleeing the Yanks, because he did a bank job there. But he's saying that you go to Canada, and the guards at the banks in Canada don't have guns, but the ones in America do.
So he went back to Canada.
Yeah.
Like, forget this shit. Okay, so I will answer your question, Dank, because unless your question is about a true life bank robbery film set half in Canada and half in America, Zanzi's useless to you. I'm going to say it's a tough one, isn't it? The PSG fans must have been absolutely delighted when they went 5-2 up, and then the Bayern fans must have been absolutely delighted when they got it back to 5-4. So I think for some of the time, both sets of fans are happy. But I wonder now, it's just a shootout at the Allianz. It'll just be a really good game. I probably won't watch it because unless we're through, I don't want to know. I'll just be so salty. I just can't do it. Polar Gunner. What a name, by the way. They have so many great players. We pale in comparison. I don't know if we pale in comparison. I think that's really harsh. I think there's always a tendency to undervalue what you have. I mean, Luis Diaz didn't look as good as he does in a Bayern shirt at Liverpool. And like I said, there's the 2 farmer leagues, isn't it? I mean, whatever. People always get on me for saying that. But if you're Paris Saint-Germain, you win the league. If you're Bayern Munich, you win the league. So it's not really a challenge in the home front, although it's been much closer this year for PSG. And obviously a couple of years ago, it was quite, it was the only time that Bayern didn't win it. But they have great players. But I don't think we pale in comparison. That's all I would say. And I think Klopp did the best pressers. Bloke was hilarious. If you could bring back... We were talking about old Cloughie on Sunday, weren't we? He's what you'd want in a press conference. Someone should do that, impressions of Cloughie doing modern day. Because I don't remember these press conferences years ago. I just don't.
Oh, I remembered the film.
Oh, well done.
It was called Bandit. And it had...
And has he got one arm?
No. And it had... oh, God. Who's the Australian actor?
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson in it.
It's quite an old film then, is it? Let's not get sidetracked by the film you just watched instead of the Paris Saint-Germain Bayern highest scoring semi-final first leg in history. Ref cam is the only thing amazing they've implemented. A bench cam would be a good idea. I think maybe not ethical as it would leak tactical instructions. Oh, to hell with ethical anyway. But I do like ref cam. There's some great... That made me laugh is there the ref cam in the Bayern game. And Kimmich runs up to the referee and he's talking to him in German, as you would imagine. It was a Bundesliga match. And then Kane runs up to the ref and I was like, oh my God, has Kane learned some German? And no, Kane speaks to him in English and the ref answers him in proper English going, no, it's... and he explains his decision. And I was like, I want to see that happen in the Premier League. I want to see Florian Wirtz run up to the ref, start speaking German and get answered in proper German. Nah.
Do you notice that the bloke who's on the bench for Bayern Munich was their assistant manager?
Yeah, because Vincent Kompany was up in the stands.
Yeah, was it?
And he's from Birmingham.
Yeah, Birmingham. I'd love to see that, yeah.
You're frozen, mate. You're frozen because you're looking at another page.
Oh, no, Aaron was on the bench, like, I get the ball up to the ends. Like
There's lots of shit they are. Stop fucking about, will you? Put the ball in put the round thing in the netty thing. I don't just drift it back.
This is worse than the Villa.
Slow down. They're making great waves in Europe under Unai Emery. The Little Mermaid, Stuart Bell says. Zanzi doesn't want to admit he watched The Notebook and sobbed. Did I cry watching Notebook? Have I seen The Notebook? Is it the one that they go back in time or something? Just cut past the next 3 games and have faith. Come on, you Gunners. You're the one who's talking about faith, Sam. We were all having faith. We were just talking about where we're going to celebrate winning the Champions League, but it's good to see you. Sandeep says, if tonight's game was a Premiership match, do you think punditry would be positive about the result to say this type of football who won't win you league titles? Well, it reminds me, as it would do, of Liverpool-Newcastle when Kevin Keegan's team and they were having those ding-dong 4-3s season after season. And no, I think generally all pundits and all people who work in football and anyone who watches football a lot is always chuffed when a game's 5-4 because it wasn't a shit game. It was obviously there was far too much space in behind all the time. Paris Saint-Germain went for it and Bayern Munich didn't just accept that they'd take... I mean, at 5-2, a lot of teams just sort of curl up, don't they? But Bayern were like, nope. Don't get salty, Dan. Just order a double and laugh it off. I shall laugh it off. I shall laugh it off at once. Both teams have 18 teams in their domestic competitions. I thought France had 20. Have I made a terrible ricket there? Let me just check. Paris Saint-Germain. But even to be honest, even if Liga has 20 teams in it, that some of those teams. Oh no, it's 18. I was completely wrong. Why did I think that? Was I getting confused? Yes. So they have more time and everything. Good night. I have an early start tomorrow. Benny from Berlin. Sleep well. I hope to see you tomorrow after the match. Yeah. And during the match, actually, if you're watching it, unless you're watching in a bar, in which case, don't just have your phone pressed up here listening. That doesn't make sense. I watched the Dean Saunders Clough story. Thanks, Dan. Bloody hilarious. Crawling on the floor, nicking pot plants. It was. You sent me a text. Yeah. It is an absolute cracker, isn't it?
especially when he got home and he went in and his wife had. He went to the lounge and there's Cloughie on the sofa with his arm round his mother-in-law and the pot of plants there.
There was another great one. Steve Howie, Newcastle player, was talking about how Philippe Albert, the Belgian defender that played for Newcastle, was one of the filthiest people he'd ever met, like absolute filth. And he's like, it was one time that my parents are really mad into football, so they came to see us play, and my dad obviously he was like, "Can you introduce us to Philippe Albert?" And so he said, "Philip, I want you to meet me mother. This is Doreen. This is my dad, Stan." And he's totally ignored Steve Howie's dad completely. And he's gone to his mum and goes, "Oh, Irene, I've heard so much about you." And he's like, and there was like, he goes, "I've heard you only had two lovers, the army and the navy." And Steve Howie's gone, "Leave it out, man. That's me mum." And he goes, she fucking loves it. It's just absolute quality. Footballers are funny. Here we go. This is Boy Tendio, who's been. Do you know what? Your mood has definitely changed, Boy Tendio. You were a lot more less angry with the world. But considering I stopped interacting with Arteta's pressers years ago, I don't get why Dan is so flustered by him. Yeah, no, it's fair though. I hadn't seen it, and I thought I'd watch it in your company. And when I started watching it, I was like, what is he on about? If you can't even honestly tell me who's in the team, why am I watching this? And I stopped watching it. So not flustered. But a nice work getting the channel mentioned on Canton. I forgot to, if you're still here, Benny, really quickly, what do you mean you promoted it on? I've been on Tom Canton's show as a guest. On one of those call-in shows, it wasn't invited on. But what did you do? I haven't heard anything about this. But thank you so much, all of you that do that. It does make a difference. By order of Vincent Company. Of all the accents you do, Dan, Brummy one is. Do you think? I'm not sure. I think it went a bit south there, to be honest with you. Evening all, signatures here. This is Bad Audio Bobby. Travelling up and down the country, listening to us. It always makes me happy to think that he's got us on in the car as he drives. Social joins. Absolutely brilliant to see you, sir. Caught about 70 minutes of the game, jumped into sports bar after playing football. I think the last 70 minutes were the 70 to watch. When did the first goal go in? I can't even remember when the first goal went in now.
That was early, wasn't it, for Bayern?
It was 2-1. It was 2-1 at half time, wasn't it?
17th minute for Bayern, then 24-33 for Paris Saint-Germain. Let's say 41, and Dembele 45.
Elise is good. Elise is good. I'll take him. Look at this. Very embarrassed. You have nothing to be embarrassed about. Keeping the lights on here at the Adams Arms. You absolute legend. Thank you so much, Bobby. I think this is the thing about modern football. There's a game every night. You're going to miss some of them. But that one, sorry about the spoilers, it was a cracker. Who didn't want to deal with Fatso? Who are we talking about now? Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, the Cloughie. The guy who apparently looks like Cracker. Yeah. Fatty. Brian Clough. Rest in peace, sir. He's just an absolute. And anyone who hasn't yet watched Dean Saunders telling the story of how he almost signed for Brian Clough, you have to check it out after this after this live stream, not during. That'd be terrible. I think you and Canton will flow well. I did go on there as a guest a couple of weeks ago, and I really enjoyed it. I thought he was really obviously he knows his. You know what? The one thing that ticks me off, what really grinds my gears, is when people go in on like Tom Canton, Charles Watts, because they have access. You know, there's so many YouTubers like, well, how comes he gets to go to the games? It's like, I don't know, maybe he worked hard, wrote some good pieces, and I don't know, just deal with it. But I really like Tom Canton, but I haven't listened to a Guna Talk up until quite recently. Different knock plus James B did a good chat the other day, but Doom over. Enjoy it as it felt like a stressful season. I really like those two. But James B has started to get a bit gloomy. I've been really upset. I haven't watched as much of Deluded as I used to because he's been getting a bit kind of. I think if we get closer to the edge now, precipice of greatness or despair, then everybody's kind of, their emotions are coming to the fore and they're angry and they're fed up with people. And it's like, no one's trying to piss you off. These players do want to win it. Social says, game played out as expected, machine for machine, playground stuff, no care about conceding, fun watch, brilliant watch. That's a really good point as well, because there was no defensive attitude in that game. There was one point where Upamecano, and I just thought, he was literally, he had one player to mark and he marked the space between him and the player and was it's just painful to watch. PSG versus Bayern reminded me of the creatively flowing football we've been accustomed to under Arteta. Jack Swagger with a touch of the old sarcasmus in there. And well observed. Goal every 10 minutes, scintillating stuff.
Maybe it was like Sunday morning soccer, that was.
Yeah, I do keep remembering this. I'm looking forward to it. Just a reminder, I have a ticket for you. Tom Canton in May. They are changing the dates with the Burnley match changes. Good. Talk us through the goal, Elise. Yeah, got the ball, shot, scored. But you know what? That's what you want. That's what you want, isn't it? I wish Arteta was like that. Yeah, no, Timber's still out. Yeah, just don't know. How have you been happy with Jesus this season? Fuck no. No, well pissed off, mate. Seen what we pay him? Fucking bobbins. Do you know what I mean? Like when we really needed him against Southampton, he fucking shit. Just a reminder. Oh yeah, I read that already. Everyone's a bit high strung right now. This is true. I agree already. But I don't even get what there is to be high strung about. We're not on for a quad anymore. Relax, lads. We've done this before with lesser teams than current. Honestly, Boy Tendio, I think it's just a symptom of feeling let down so many times before. I don't feel it. I can see us winning the league. It's a lot closer than I'd like it to be. But all of this talk about we should have shut it down, like very few teams win the league in February or March. And for all the talk about, this is the thing that Martin, when I was on Don Hassam's show, and he was saying, I'm not having that City have got a better squad than Arsenal. Arsenal have got a better squad than City. You go, why do you think that? Like, in January, when we need a centre-back and a left winger, go and get the best two in the Premier League. Arsenal don't do that. They signed Haaland, we signed Gyökeres. They've got Semenyo, we've got Martinelli. Where do you want me to go with this? It's like Pep Reinders they bought. He's a big name player from Serie A. Cherki, not a bad player. They've still got Foden, who's supposed to be decent. Bernardo Silva, who's won a thing or two, and a Ballon d'Or winning Rodri. All of this talk about they don't have a good squad. Well, why do they spend 350? Why do they spend 50% more on their wages than we do? It's just this underdog story, isn't it? Nonsense. Was this the best game of the season? It's a bit soon for me. I have to let it. Yeah, no, it was. Come on, 5-4, Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich, some great players. Havertz is different class. Michael Elise. I tell you what was interesting. Harry Kane has scored in a semi-final at last, but he scored the penalty. He did nothing else. That guy literally cannot handle big games. So let's hope we get Bayern in the final. Please don't come back and bump me in the arse. What's our thoughts on tomorrow? Will we surprise everyone? That's a great question. Elise's a proper footballer. He can't tell you what he does. Simply he does it. Absolutely. That's how I like him. Elise also makes my OCD happy as he always has his boots matching the kit. I didn't know that. I've never noticed that. Have you noticed that, Zanzi?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
That sounds a bit euphemistic as well. Do the boots match the kit, love? What kind of pre-season exhibition football was that, Dan, at Parc des Princes, the Guna Channel? If we're honest, majority fans will not want their clubs to play like that. That's a really good way of putting it, Charles. Always good questions from you. Great you're here. I don't know. Would you be happy if we would just try and outscore the opposition?
No. I mean, if I was PSG, I'd have been happy to go 5-2 up. But then when Bayern came back to 5-4, I'd have been saying, what the hell are we doing?
Well, yeah,
We're 5-2 up. Why don't we just sit back and defend a bit?
I just don't think they can.
Yeah.
I just don't think. I mean, I just don't think it's in. I was more disappointed with the Bayern back because you're going to Parc des Princes. You've got to play defensively at some point. You're up against it. And Upamecano, as I've already said, no, there was some bad defending there. Alphonso Davies, I think, went off injured. Might have just been subbed. But yeah, Bayern's back four, not great. When I think of Hakimi, I don't really think of a fullback. I don't know if Paris Saint-Germain have a defender. I mean, Marquinhos, but there's not a defensive wall there. I think you'd score against them. It's just that try stopping them scoring 3. That's what I think.
Hakimi had a bad injury, didn't they? But they didn't take him off because they would have been down to 10 men, so they put him up as right wing from right back, and the right winger went to right back.
When? Today?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay. Can't believe they changed Burnley to a Monday night. Who's going to stay and wait for Arteta's speech at the end of the game? Me, I shall be there. We've got to rack up some goals in that one, haven't we? Guys, a bit random. What do you make of AirPod Albert, Albert's impact on the team as assistant? It seems that Nicola Hover and Gabriel Heinze seem to have a bigger influence not seen at other clubs. That's a really good question. Do you know what? When I was looking at George Graham for the 1989 celebration, the thing that always really I remember is how many people were on that bench. Do you remember it? They were just fucking... I know they took a whole coachload of people up there. Everyone wanted a ticket. But on that bench is like 15... You don't see that anymore, do you? We've got Hover, Heinze, and Albert, Stuvenberg. But, that's all that there are. Where are all of the... I want more coaches. That's what I want. I want a couple of attacking coaches, to be honest. I did hear that Albert Stuvenberg is leaving. I don't think he's a long time. I think Gabby Heinze is one of Pep's best friends in football, and I really like Gabby. I think he's exactly what we needed. But Boyd India says losing a 9-point gap is jarring, especially considering previous seasons. But we're good enough to do it anyway. Just get it done. I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree with that. But we can all understand why people who haven't won a league before are starting to feel like not again. Tomorrow's plan, and this is Jack Swagger. Tomorrow's plan: Arteta pulls up on his double-decker bus. Do you think? I don't think it works. We went to Inter and beat them.
Oh, we go there and we beat them 2-0. Oh. That's my forecast.
Is that your prediction for the...
Yep.
Should I pop that down now? Because we're going to do predictions.
You can write it in stone, mate.
I can't because I've only got... This won't work on stone, I'm pretty sure. Or if it did, it'd just be easy to wipe off. So if I just pop it on a pad of paper?
Yeah, it's good enough.
Yeah. Predictions. Zanzi has been drinking. Check that Lucozade. That's what we want.
Early tea and Lucozade.
Early tea.
And strength. Whatever that is in there. I'm not sure myself.
If you don't know, don't drink it. Would either PSG or Bayern be able to score that many goals against us? I don't think so. It's a good question, that. Does anyone think that we would... When did we last... Oh, this is a question for Zanzi. You're good at these. I know when we last shipped... No, since then, haven't we? We've conceded 3. Man United.
Of course it was Man United.
Yeah, so Man United. I know. When we lost that game, amongst the other things I was really pissed off about was conceding 3. So, if Man United can come to the Emirates and score 3, don't put it past Atletico or Paris Saint-Germain in the final. I have no idea. Can we just find out who does everyone think is going through? Just write Paris or Bayern in the PSG or Bayern in the comments, please, so we get an idea. But I don't think we would. I don't think we'd concede goals like Bayern did today. But I could definitely see us conceding 3, and I think that'll be enough because I don't see us scoring 3. False 9 don't work in this kind of game. Too many fast players. It's a really good point. That's a really strong point. I still think of Ousmane Dembele as a false 9. I'm not sure that's fair for this game. I really like him. I've always really liked him. He had a lean spell at Barcelona, but he's a very good player. To the moon and beyond. I'd rather PSG. Great name, that. To the moon and beyond. PSG, yes. Lucky Singh's here. And Harry Maguire. Nasser Mazraoui. I think you spelt Mazraoui wrong already. Kobe Mainu. Casemiro performance mentality. Great to see you. I have just started playing games with which name you're going to get wrong. Defence and attack. They're the two most important positions in football. Hakimi pulled a hamstring. Oh, yeah. That's right. I remember him pulling up with a hamstring because he kind of went over on his left foot but overextended on the hamstring. And then, so why didn't he come off? Why didn't they take him off?
Because they'd used up all their subs.
No, they only used 4 subs.
No. According to the pay, or what I just read, they'd used up all their subs, and if he had come off, they'd have had 10 players on the pitch.
They brought on Zaire Emery. They brought on Fabian Ruiz for Zaire Emery in the 64th minute. Bradley Barkler for Doué on the 70th. Hernandez for Mendes on the 84th, and Sonny Mayulu for Kvaratskhelia on the 84th, and they still had 1 sub to do. I don't know what happened there. Maybe they didn't know they had another sub. Someone let us know, would you? But I remember. I just obviously I didn't pay enough attention when it happened, but it happened late on, and I must have just assumed that they'd taken the player off. I didn't see it. We played grafting performance for yesterday win, take us 61 points. What happened? Oh, don't talk about Monday night. The greatest semi-final in the history of the Champions League happened today. Well done, Man United, but your fish paper today. Elise is what we can only dream of Madueke can become. I don't even know if that doesn't even don't fall asleep dreaming that Madueke will become Elise, because that's a fruitless dream. After today's game, who guys do you prefer, Bayern or PSG? That is la question. Je préfère I don't know. Zanzi hasn't got a clue. He's frozen thinking about it.
No, I'm looking at the. It says 89th minute. Hakimi goes down, and then in the 90th minute. This is the BBC, so they're probably talking a load of bullshit. PSG have used up all their substitution windows.
Windows. The substitution windows.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, there's only 4 minutes of injury time. And then the keeper, what's his name, Sofonov, pretended to have a hamstring just because he's the only player who can go down and not have to leave the pitch. I love this. Elise is what we can only dream Madueke can become. Yeah. I'll tell you what, at the moment, is this horrible of me, but I'm dreaming that Madueke becomes a Crystal Palace player. Dan Zanzi, welcome! Glazers out. Are you happy to keep Carrick, Lucky Singh? That's a brilliant question. Can you answer that one, please? Because it looks like I don't know. How can you not keep him? He's done brilliantly. Knockout football, conceding don't matter. Winning does. Good answer. Well, yes, but it's easier to win if you don't concede. Parma, 1994, 1-0 to the Arsenal. We're looking to score more goals, improve our performance further at Manchester United. Yes, you are. Specialty per SG. So, Bobby straight in with PSG. Richard Andrews, great to see you. Good evening, Dan. Hope you're well. Looking forward to the game tomorrow. Am I looking forward to the game tomorrow? Zanzia, would you say you're looking forward to the game tomorrow?
Yes, I think.
Je pense.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you've already said 2-0, so
yeah.
you must be looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to win, so it doesn't matter if I watch it or not.
What do you mean if I watch it? You're watching it, aren't you?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Bayern. I predict Bayern. PSG on penalties. Yeesh. Bayern. I think, yeah. I don't know. Listen, it's all very well me asking questions. I've got no answer. I think, honestly, Bayern will go through to the final. And I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. Harry Kane in a final. He's always failed to score in the final. What are the odds that against us, he gives the relegated Tottenham something to cheer? Boyton Diaz says, I think the final is Arsenal versus Bayern. Dan Zanzi, glad you enjoyed football yesterday today. I didn't watch the Man United game. I don't know how to break it to him, but I don't. It's like, Man United, I don't mind watching them, but sometimes, you've got hair to wash. Dan, after Arsenal beat Tottenham 5-4, Mourinho, 5-4 is a hockey score, not a football score. In a 3-against-3 training match, if the score reaches 5-4, I send the players back to the dressing rooms so they're not defending properly. So get a result like that in a game of 11 against 11 is disgraceful. Did he? Yeah, I think if you're Jose Mourinho, you probably don't ever expect a 5-goal spread across two teams. But I think I love that. I love that you collected that quote. I think there is some truth. Someone asked earlier, the managers are not going to be happy. There's no way Luis Enrique is happy to go from 5-2 to 5-4. And there's no way Vincent Kompany looked happy when they were down to 5-2. So I think both of those managers are going to have something to say. But surely they take some of the criticism for it. Commentators said they used up all their subs. We've just clarified it. It wasn't the subs, it was the windows in which you're allowed to make substitutions. Dan, Arsenal strikers you need in summer. Julian Alvarez and Victor Osimhen. That's for me. That'll do me. Nothing beyond that. That's all right. Just get me that and a winger. Another central midfielder. Live game, they said PSG used all their subs, so he went up front. Yeah, we've cracked it. We've cracked that one. Stay tuned for more. We'll fucking work it out. Your 5 subs in 3 in iteration. Once 3 iterations done, no more subs. There you go. 2D Moon and beyond. Knew it all along. Should have just gone all the way down.
2D Moon ain't going to get to the moon with a butterfly. That's what I can say.
Baby bats, aren't they? Baby octopus. I'm glad the Premier League said no to City trying to get more fixtures changed. I'm always glad when the Premier League said... But this was the other thing that I was on a show talking about. Someone was saying, the red cartel. And I was like, the only thing about City fans, and I do like City fans, the ones that have been fans for more than 10 years, I really like them. I think they deserve all the success they're enjoying, and everyone dreams of that, right? But all this, the red cartel tried to keep us down. They didn't do much of a good job of it then, did they? You've won 6 Premier Leagues in 7 years. Like, all this, we were being held back. You can't really use that line when you've totally bought every player you want and seem to be able to pay whatever you want in wages. And when the governing body takes you to court, you just basically obfuscate it so much and delay it so much that it costs all the clubs combined a fortune just to get you to try and stick to the rules. Bit of politics. Goal conceded. Arsenal have conceded 5, Bayern 14, PSG 17, Atletico 24. Atletico, I'll be honest, I watched their game against Bilbao on the weekend and I wasn't massively impressed. And I don't think Sorloth's going to be starting, and I rate he'll probably come on. But Ademola Lookman, who has been really good for them and looked really great in the quarterfinals, isn't fit. So we're playing them at a good time, I'd say. They did win the game against Bilbao, but indeed,
I'd be interested to know what goals have they conceded. So come on, Charles.
When do you mean?
Well, when he said about the they are the goals conceded. Sorry.
Yes,
I'm talking like an idiot. Forget I'm here.
No, stop it. Dan, how does Arsenal approach Atletico Madrid? Sit in defence, then have goals, set pieces? No. I think we exploit this, but I think they come on to us and we play Martinelli. Madueke. Hopefully Saka gets some game time tomorrow, no?
Probably Madueke on the first half.
Yeah, I don't get it.
He's got a bit of pace and he can actually go round people.
He has a little bit of pace, but if I was his fullback, I'd just go, yeah, take it where you want, mate. Do what you want with it. I wouldn't chase after him. I'd just stand on a halfway line and wait for the ball to come back. Do you know what I mean? I'm being harsh, but fair. I think I'm being harsh and fair. I like this. I think our defenders will cope with Harry tapping. He did nothing tonight. I didn't. He scored the penalty. I think I'm right in saying it's the first time he scored in a semi-final of anything. Maybe. No, I'm pretty sure. But he did nothing tonight. He doesn't turn up for the big games. That's my view anyway. I know there were some places that gave him man of the match. But I don't.
Harry Kane.
For tonight's performance, on SofaScore he was man of the match. I'm trying to work it out. They have this scoring system which is based on hundreds of statistical metrics, but they don't very often conform what I think happened. He had a goal. He had 3 shots on target. Missed 1 big chance. 1 assist, 2 big chances created. Oh, maybe. Look, he looked average to me, but I just don't like him. That's what it is. What do you think gets the best away results? I think I'd love to see us get the 2-0 that Zanzi's predicting. And then he goes, and then Cole's corrected himself. Well, not corrected himself, but addended. If we get through, we're getting through. It's done deal. Love Channel Dan, best Arsenal fans. He's right. Lucky Singh is rarely wrong. You guys, real fans, Arsenal. Get in. Glazers out.
He's always right.
Even
with his spelling.
No. Simeone said Lookman is fit. He also trained. He's not playing. Lookman's not playing. I don't think Lookman's playing tomorrow. Take that to the bank. I know what I'm talking about. Dan, in the summer, who would you sell? We're going to talk about this a lot, but I will, because I respect you and I want to answer the question. Trossard. Actually, I'm terrible to ask this question because I'm too sentimental. I am far too sentimental. I just genuinely want to keep Martinelli, even though I don't think he's quite Premier League. He's not the sort of player you expect in a Champions League final or semi-final, is he? Trossard, I've already said. I can't keep just saying Trossard. Trossard?
But Martinelli's scoring goals for us in the Champions League at the moment.
He is, very much so. Very much so. Not always. I mean, he did against Real Madrid last year as well. He scored a cracker against them. So, I don't know. Are you... Look, I think I'm mentally prepared to discuss transfers in June, but I'm just not ready yet. I think the obvious answers are Odegaard, Trossard, Martinelli, Ben White. Norgard, if you're not going to play him. Then there's the fear that Mars Lewis Skelly and or Wanyeri could be off.
Kepa.
He's not a Kepa, is he?
No.
No, I don't care if we have Kepa. I just don't want him to pick him for a final. That's all. I don't mind in previous games, Dan,
Can you imagine if he turns up and the Arsenal Champions League final, the team is going to be Kepa in goal?
Yeah. Oh, don't.
Well, I have to put him in goal because I'll promise he can play in goal.
Yeah, because the moon was in Sagittarius, and it's unlucky to play a Gemini. Nah, fucking no. Don't joke about that. That could happen. I want to come to this because Jack Swagger asks, "Are you chugging Lemsip?" All you've done there, Jack, is you've betrayed the fact you weren't watching earlier when I said quadruple strength. It still breaks my heart, but we're on the quad strength. Orange and pineapple. I'm going to give myself a little top up there.
That's quite nice, actually, orange pineapple.
It is, isn't it? It just takes me back to Kiora. Adora. I be your dog. And the young people are going, what the fuck are they drinking?
Let me try the orange and mango.
Yeah, of course, mate. Don't worry about it. I'm exotic. Should have Arteta the Zanzi and said, good spot. Yes, you misunderstood me. Should have Arteta that. That is going to become a phrase now. Yeah, you should have Arteta that. Yeah, good spot. Yeah, I'm on the Lemsip. No, I'm not drinking Lemsip. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Oh, stop doing press conferences. We've got 500 people working at the club. There's got to be a better person to do press conferences, hasn't there? Yeah. We need to contain Alvarez. He hit the post at the Emirates. Yeah. And he's an excellent, excellent player. Okay. Could spill the beans on this. Dan, did you run the simulation for tomorrow night's game? What's your score prediction? I did, actually. Give you a second. It's harder. I find it harder to input all the necessary data from La Liga and make it comparable. It's much harder. But I can absolutely tell you who I think is going to win tomorrow. based on the Monte Carlo simulations of the Poisson distribution. I know what I sound like. I sound like such a geek. And yet, that is what I'm trying to sound like. Here we are. I'm just opening the program now, and the waiting crowds look forward eagerly with anticipation to finding out what the... So, I actually wrote this. I was going to do a video on it, but then we came live, and so, yeah, you know what? I can't do everything. So... But what are Atletico? Oh god, let me just. I definitely don't have it at 2-0.
See, now everyone's looking at Dan. He has frozen and his mouth is slightly open, and it's like Michael Klein. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
And everyone had left when he came back. Harry played left full tonight. Did he? Harry played left full tonight. Sounds like a great song by Dire Straits. Harry played left full tonight. That's what I've got so far. Come back tomorrow when I'll have added chords. It's annoying when a player like Kane is not at your club because he doesn't have to do anything, but the defenders will still watch him like he's going to do something. Yes. Okay, so here we go. I'm predicting that it's difficult. Actually, do you know what? I one of the other reasons not to... You could look at it as Arsenal are all about control, structure and patience, and Atletico disruption, transitions and moments. But looking at the standard, this is what I mean. It's very hard to compare teams in different leagues or who haven't played each other or teams that each other have played as much. But as far as you can do, based on a few previous iterations of similar games, Arsenal typically you'd expect to dominate the ball even away, because the theory is that Atletico will sit in, but I don't think they will. So what the data is, this is what the data is saying. It's not necessarily what I think, but in the first half Arsenal dominate. Second half Atletico open up slightly because they're going to have to. The game stretches, they'll get transition chances and they're likely to score. Arsenal, if it comes down, deciding factors would be things like set pieces. You hope Arsenal would win. Rice, if he controls the middle, Atletico's biggest weapon is kind of dulled. Patience, if Arsenal don't get frustrated or over emotional. This is not a comfortable game. It's not going to be a statement win, but I think it'll be a grown-up performance, disciplined, controlled, slightly tense, and I think it'll be 2-1. To Arsenal. I don't know if that's the data saying that.
Who will score first?
I just don't think it is good. I think it'd be 1-1, or I think they might win 2-1. My gut feel is completely different from the data more often than not. But you're right, Boytendio. Like the fact that Harry Kane is there and is such a goal threat, you can't take your eye off him, can you? Sincerely busy. Jack Swagger says, Kane, man of the match. What about Dembele? I agree with you, mate. I'm 100% like Dembele or Kvaratskhelia. I wouldn't have put Kane in the conversation, but the way SofaScore do it, they use 100 different metrics. It was a brilliant pass to Diaz, but I thought Diaz played better than Kane, honestly. We can lose to Atletico. That's a fair result. I don't think we do, but it's possible. I think we could lose 2-1 to Atletico and still come back and beat them at the Emirates and qualify. And let's be honest, none of us want any games to go into extra time right now, do they? Oh, I forgot Jesus. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Jesus has got to go. Don't dislike him. I like him, but if you can't play football, you can't earn that kind of money every year. Thumb sucking my own match odds. I give it 53-47 for us to beat Atletico across 2 legs.
The BBC fan base have said that Michael Olise was their man of the match.
That's another good shout. Honestly, Olise was brilliant. Diaz was brilliant. Kvaratskhelia, I probably for the 2 goals he took the way he took them, and just the impact that guy has. How long was he on the pitch for? He wasn't even on the pitch the whole time. He came off. Well, he came off in the 84th minute. Yeah, so it definitely isn't Kane for me. But then I'm biased. I don't like him. Nice that you guys want sell players, don't fit your side, get Julian Alvarez on charts. Sentimental is when I look at the trophy cabinet. Right, okay. Yeah, maybe that's why I'm not a world-class manager. Right, if we're selling a player, then they have to be replaced in the same window, surely. Well, you'd think so, wouldn't you? We let Wanyeri go without replacement. We let Nketiah, Emil Smith-Rowe, Reece Nelson and Fabio Vieira go and brought in Raheem Sterling. So it's not always making sense, is it? Jesus for sure, those wages. Trossard, Martinelli, Kepa and Odegaard, whilst he has good value still. There would be a riot if we made the UCL finals and Arteta then selected Kepa to start. There would be. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see an actual pitch invasion where they just bundle Arteta off and go, right, the fans are taking control. Fuck off, Kepa. Right? Give me the gloves. And then if Kepa doesn't come off the pitch, just hook him off. Literally, massive, great big bloke comes on and puts him over his shoulder and walks off with him.
Yeah, but Kepa's known for not coming off the pitch, isn't he?
I know. That's what I'm saying, yeah. Sorry, wasn't it? Lookman, Julian Alvarez, Sel, Jesus and Odegaard. Yeah. Would you rather be the favourites for relegation in week 35 or lead the table for 25 weeks only to crumble and lose a title with 5 games left? Assasa de Boy. Personally, I like the question because it's obviously relevant whether you'd rather be Spurs or Arsenal. Frankly, I would rather nearly win something than be favourites for relegation ever.
God, imagine what this channel would be like if we were where Spurs are.
It'd be hard to stay upbeat, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I would definitely be Arteta out. Get that said.
Yes, yeah. I'll be there thinking, well, we had Arteta at the start of the season. We've had 4 other managers in between there. I want a new manager before the end of the
Arteta's
season.
back. We've cycled
Talking
through
of good football,
good segue.
did you watch the final minutes of the Rochdale versus
Yes,
York?
Oh my
Wow.
God. Oh my God. 13 minutes of joy. I'm like, I didn't know anything about these two clubs whatsoever.
Yeah, I knew about 3 weeks ago that they played the last game of the season.
Yeah.
And it's basically, if they stop to top 2, it's going to be a winner take all if someone wins.
Yeah.
And as it wasn't a win for any team because York got the
13th minute, like it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But but the difficulty for me was the headline on YouTube was the most incredible end to a match ever. It was a 13-minute video, and about 5 minutes in, Rochdale scored. And then for about 6 minutes, it's just everyone all over the pitch celebrating. 2 or 3 of the players had given their tops to the crowd and couldn't get them back. And then the ref was like, no. And then the stewards have to get everyone off the pitch and go, we've still got a game to play. And at that point, you're thinking, yeah, but I know what happens here. But even when it happens, it's like York score and you're like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. What is that like? Because it's only one team that goes up, isn't it?
The debate about that is, did the ball actually go over the line? Because it didn't hit the back of the net. It was a defender behind.
Yeah, the camera angle I saw was not conclusive at all. But maybe I'll do an AFCON.
The linesman was slap bang looking down.
Maybe he just wanted to be part of the greatest game ever played.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't do that at the end of the season for us. I hope we're not playing. I don't know. Do we want a last? Do you want it to go last game of the season? No, I don't. I want Everton to hold. I want Everton and Bournemouth to get a draw out of Man City, and I want us to win 3 of our remaining 4 games. I'd quite like us to lose to West Ham, is what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? I'd like us to win the league and lose to West Ham. I'd like us to win against Fulham. That's a given. We're 6 points clear. Man City dropped 2 points against Everton, right? And we still win the league, even though we lose to West Ham. You know what I'm saying. Boy Tendia says, doing an Arteta is now holding someone else to account for your mistake. Gluminati can have a field day with that, to be honest. Surely the lads already have. Don't know Shane Gooner. He's probably a bell end. I hate that 1-0 means we defended for our lives, but City's 1-0 means the other team defended to keep it 1. Yeah, there is we know there's a bias, isn't there? There's all these people. No one gave City shit for only beating Burnley 1-0. But you've only won 1-0 against Newcastle. I don't give a shit about goal difference. Just win the games. There, I said it. But do win the games and don't stop holding on to a 1-0 lead. Go and try and get a second goal. Evening officer, yes, I was doing 100. Good spot, but actually it was 70. That's brilliant. I like this, doing an Arteta. What time do you call? Do you ever see that clip of the bloke who comes home drunk? He goes, I'm not drunk. And she goes, well, can you tell the time? And he turns to the clock on the wall and goes, I'm not drunk. It's so good. Lucky Singh, we're so glad you found us. Our favourite Man United fan. Say it 1-0. 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0. It would be perfect. I'll take a draw, really. I think Atletico will go for it in the first 20 minutes. I don't know, Diego Simeone's no mug, is he? Wily old fox. Talking about Alvarez leaving is a weird thing to do on a night before a big match like this. I think he's trying to get his saltiness out of the way early.
Did you ever see that joke about the bloke who got pulled over for being a drunk driver? And he says, "Oh, officer, it's an automatic, but I'm supposed to be here."
I've seen some very funny clips. I'm going to load one now. This is my new philosophy from Schopenhauer.
I love that clock one though.
I have to dig it out. You have to watch it because the guy is absolutely brilliant. He goes, "I'm not drunk." Kane has scored. What am I doing? I've lost. Here we go. Where are we? Manchester United fan. Arsenal need go low block. No. Against Spain Atletico. They are the best side players. Kovic is probably the fans' man of the match every match. He is different gravy. I can't believe we didn't at least put a bit in. Edu, I'm talking to you, son. Get off that fucking barbecue. It's so painful every time I hear Kvic's name get mentioned. We should have signed him. That's an Arsenal player. Boytendia, you and me are aligned. PSG play football like it's an international tournament. Oh, good shout. That's such a good way of putting it, actually. They definitely play with confidence. Kane has scored 36 goals for Bayern. Oh. Apparently, unfortunately, we've lost the fans who were watching on Facebook.
The front three of Bayern have scored over 100 goals now this season.
Oh, it's a hell of a front three. I think it squares up well against. I think I'd still give the edge to just Madueke on his own. Manchester United rather be Arsenal position. That's right. I believe you. Imagine being Arteta while we're favourites for relegation. I read that wrong. Imagine being Arteta while we're favourites for relegation. Yeah, no. I don't think so. We're suicidal at the top of the league. Can you imagine our fans in the relegation zone? No, I can't. This would be mental. Assassin boy, come on, you Gunners. Fine losing to 1-1. We'll flip at the Emirates. A draw win is a bonus, but we must beat Fulham Saturday. Drop points there and the season's done. Smash Fulham, then finish Atleti. Yeah, I agree with that. I fully agree with that. I think I could take us losing 2-0 to Atleti and we still have hope to turn it around at our place. But if we draw against Fulham, I'm calling time of death on the title. It's just that important at the moment. Dan, Yorkshire, York, Rochdale. Rochdale, that's a new classic. Rochdale, that is a new classic. Oh, that's a magnum opus from Lucky. That's absolutely spot on. That is absolutely world class. A really prosaic spelling of Fulham by contrast. That PSG versus Bayern game is how the game should be played. Nick Fadley, I hope you clicked the like and liked it.
But it's not Fulham, it's Fulham.
Fulham. I did a thing once. It says West Ham, Fulham, Tottenham, and it's just little pictures, and Tottenham was just a turd. Tomorrow, I'm expecting the pitch to be against us. As long as show no fear and show some heart, I'd be happy. What do you mean you're expecting the pitch to be against? I think I get what you're saying.
Sandy,
Sandy, I'm so.
people in grass camouflage suddenly.
Do you know what I mean? Like the pitch starts chasing the players around. Get off me! Get off my grass! Oh, I miss Anthony. Where's Wee Ears, Big Arm, Small? You know, where is he? No Rosie either tonight.
Ah.
Do you know, I think it's because I said I wasn't going to do a show tonight, but you should have known. I think Atletico will edge it tomorrow. Kia ora. What happened to Lucas A Sport? Kia ora is an old squash drink from when we were young. Kia ora. Adora. Clarence Seedorf, after this game, says he still has Arsenal's favourites for the UCL, mainly based on defensive strength. On first reading, that sounded absolutely ridiculous, but you're right. You know, like if Clarence Seedorf scored one of the best goals I've ever seen as a volley from miles out. He just hit it so hard, I thought this thing was going to start glowing red before it burned its way through the back of the net. Clarence Seedorf, huge amount of respect for him. But the idea that you could watch that Paris Saint-Germain game and Bayern and then think, yeah, I think Arsenal will batter these two, it just seems a bit far-fetched to me.
Yeah, certainly not better them.
No,
It'd be nice to be good, though.
Listen, it's football. This is what I mean. One of the guys I was on a stream with was saying, yeah, Leeds will beat Chelsea. And I was like, that's just your opinion. And he was like, nah, mate, Leeds will beat Chelsea. No doubt. I was like, so now I'm like, there's a lot of confident people who tell you what's going to happen. And when it doesn't happen, they go very quiet about it. And then he was like, yeah, but last year I said Maresca would get sacked. So you want me to be impressed when you say a Chelsea manager's getting sacked? Oh, wow. Okay. We have a very low bar there, don't we? I said a Chelsea manager was going. I said Liam Rossini was going to get sacked. Liam Rossini's missus said, are you sure? Yeah, we're moving to London. Look, I tell you what. I'll join you in summer. That way I haven't got to pack up all my shit for nothing.
Could you imagine in that Champions League final if we're falling up at half-time by some fluke and then whoever we're playing scoring the first minute of the second half and then 10 minutes later score a second and then 15 minutes later score a third?
I don't like where this is going.
No, I'm just thinking about what happened when we played Newcastle with that 4-4.
I don't like where this is going, and now I don't like where it's gone.
No.
I remember that vividly, and I hated it. We won't talk about that again.
No.
I think he's referring to the grass, not necessarily true, though. Kiora is Maui for chemical shitstorm. Comment of the evening. Well played. Carl S., gentleman.
He's got some good comments, actually.
He is brilliant. Carl is one of those ones, absolute quality all the way through. And I really appreciate comments on the videos as well. Did Atleti buy their pitch from an Essex builder? No, what it is, you've got a mate. I could just take his one. He's not using it. It's about the same size.
Yeah.
We can patch it up. I think we've done. Your prediction was 2-0 Arsenal. Ladies and gentlemen, here congregated, will you please let us know who you think will win and what you think the score will be? That is the question we have for you.
And if you can't think of a score or you're having some gripes anywhere, we should try Collison 42.
Collison 42.
Yeah.
Good for gripes.
And comments.
Good for the gripes and comments. Collison 42.
Oh.
2-2 says Lucky Singh. 2-2. Yeah, it's a good. I don't know. I mean, I would worry if Ademola Lookman. I'm trying to style it out, but if Ademola Lookman is playing, I am a bit worried about that. Because Timber's not in. I mean, he is in. I mean, he's not in. Oh, I don't know. Is he or is he not in? Right. Try and keep him occupied. I'm looking for something.
Oh.
Tell him a story.
I can't think of anything which isn't going to be blanked out by YouTube, so I can't. No,
YouTube doesn't blank things out, does it?
well, with mine.
Okay, say less.
Say
We can't
less,
have that.
yes.
We
Yeah.
can't have that. Right, I've just found what I was looking for. It's uploading. I'm back, people. You were in the capable hands of Zanzi just for a moment there. And comments have gone wild, by the way. Whatever you said, say it again. Let us know in the comments if you'd like to hear what Zanzi was going to say, and to hell with a platform. It's nearly there. We're there.
I was going to tell a joke, but I couldn't because of what you said before when you said no, you can't say any jokes.
No, yeah, you can't. Don't actually. Yeah, no, I don't need the.
Apart from the one who's the drunk driver with the automatic.
Yeah, that's all fine. That's fine. You've self-censored well there. Let's go through some of these comments. So, Jack Swagger says Arsenal 1, Atletico 0. Mess up both sides. Defence. I don't feel confident in this game.
You didn't do Dank with 2-0.
Did I not? Oh,
You didn't do Colliston with 2-2.
I missed them. That's right. 2-2. There's a lot of 2-2s. Lots of people. Come on. We don't. When did we last concede 2 goals?
When was the last time we scored 2?
Southampton.
When was the last time we scored 2?
Oh, I think it were the summer of 1995. I think we played Werder Bremen in a Zenith Data Systems trophy. Don't tease me. I'm shit memory. I can't remember last.
You sound like Cluffy then.
No, I didn't. When did we last score 2? Don't fuck around. I have to look this up now.
No, I'll look it up for you. Why do you educate
Didn't
the?
we
I mean,
score
don't
2
educate.
against? Didn't we score 2 against the Germans? They bombed my chip shop. Good God, that's.
Oh, yeah, Bayer
Don't-
Leverkusen 2-0.
Yeah, Leverkusen. I always want to say it like Kaiser Soze. Leverkusen.
I mean, we also scored 2 against Mansfield.
Yeah, well, that doesn't count, does it? Fuck's sakes.
No.
That's pretty shocking, then, isn't it? Let's be honest. No one's happy with that. You've ruined the mood with your facts. Right, we've got down. Hey, look at this. Jose's here. BX Gunner 8129, the only BX Gunner you'll ever need. Greetings, everyone. Bloody good to see you. 1-0 at home, 1-1 away. That would do us. We'd take that. Jose, we've just been asking everyone what they think the score's likely to be. Nobody said anything wacky yet. Nobody said 5-4. And then we just freaked ourselves out. Oh, no, Everton. We scored 2 against Everton. So we had 2 games in a row where we scored 2-0.
Yep.
We're saving all my goals for you.
But the trouble is, it's still April, isn't it, tomorrow?
Diego Simeone. Right. Must beat Fulham. 6 points clear. Precious City for Everton. If we slip, they relax. If we win, they feel... Look, that's a really... I'll come back to read the full thing there. I was thinking this, in terms of pressure, if us dropping points takes the pressure off, like if we don't get all the points, say let's accept the truth that City will get a little fillip if we drop points to Fulham. So that if we only draw with Fulham at home, which I think is a bad result. Well, we know it's a bad result. It's a potentially fatal result for our title.
Is he going to be a new player? That City buy? Little Philip. That's it. Because Pepe's going to be there. So, well, I need a new striker. And someone says, oh, we've got this bloke called Little Philip.
Yeah. We can't afford any more strikers, Pep, because we're trying to stay within the PSR rules. Only joking. Who do you want? So no. But if I may I continue my sober and sensible point, deviated by your errant comment? No, but if it gives them a boost, if we drop points, then surely it has the opposite effect if we don't, right? So if we win both our games, does that knock them a little bit? Or are this City side just that kind of side who go, don't care, we're going to win anyway?
It's always been the same, though, isn't it? Would you rather be 9 points clear, but they've got 3 games in hand? Doesn't matter who it is, a team, or would you rather be 9 points behind, but you have 3 games in hand?
I think that's extreme. I think there is a point here. Would I rather be 3 points ahead, but having played a game more, or 3 points behind, but with a game in hand? And then it really matters who the game in hand is against. Because honestly, if the game in hand is against Burnley, I don't think it makes as much difference. But obviously, you'd have to be a moron to say that you'd rather potential 3 points than an actual 3 points. Because 3 points are 3 points. Potential 3 points could be 0 points. But it could never be 5 points. It could never be 4 points. So from game theory, potential points have lesser currency than actual points. Therefore, it's mental to wish to have fewer actual points. It's like a maths puzzle. There is no way that you can say that having points in a game in hand is better than points.
But points
Arsenal-
in the bag is always better than games in hand.
Absolutely, of course, because like I said, the equation is really simple. If by having a game in hand you could get 4 points, or there was some way that you could, let's say, would you rather have 1 point from the game played more? That changes the whole dynamic, right? So if you said we're 1 point ahead, but the point's in the bag, that's safe, right? And City have a game in hand to play, they might win, they might draw, they might lose. But you'd still rather have a game in hand than a point because you'd still have a chance to get 3 points. But when the maximum points you can have is the maximum points you have, there's no point in swapping them for potential of what you already have, is there?
No.
Yeah, so it's a maths puzzle. It just makes no sense to always. That's why I want us to have 6 points against Fulham and against, because everyone can tell me, oh, Man City will beat Everton. Oh, Everton are on the beach. Everton have nothing to play for, etc. It's not strictly true. Everton could go 6th with a win. You know, Everton could overtake Brighton in 6th place. And remember, 7th takes you to the Conference League. So Everton could make European football with a win against City. So it's not like they have nothing to play for. Everton are a decent side. Everton score a goal a game, concede a goal a game. So it's not like you're going to get hatful against them usually. And they're at home in their brand new purpose-built stadium. So I'm confident that won't be a walkover. The game after that, Man City play Brentford at home. Now, Brentford, again, with a win, could find themselves in the top 6. So the 2 games that City play next are against teams that do have something to play for. If we've got a 6-point lead and they've got to take 6 points from both of them, but they only get 4, then effectively that means with 3 games to go, we have a 2-point lead.
Yeah, and they've got to play Chelsea as well. They've got something to play for.
Have they? Well, yeah, they don't want to finish in the bottom half.
Yeah, but then also Villa have got a lot to play for in that last game of the season as well.
No, I don't think they do.
Why? You think they'd be?
They've already guaranteed Champions League by then. They're 8 points clear of 6th now.
Yeah.
They're not,
yeah, but there again, if you are in the top 4,
you don't play a qualifying game.
then you don't play the qualifying, do you?
I don't know if they have to play a qualifying game if they win the Europa League either, though. So I don't think that. No, I don't expect Villa to turn up to the Etihad and give them a game.
Hey, that's interesting, yeah, because if Villa are in the Champions League, even though it's qualifying, but then don't the qualifiers for the Europa League have to play?
I don't know.
Hang on. If you win the Europa League, don't you have to play qualifying games?
I don't think Tottenham did.
I should have to look at Tottenham Hotspur. and
Yeah,
see
I
if
don't
they
think Tottenham
played at
did.
start.
But in any case, I think the proximity to the final of the Europa League and the game at the Etihad means that it'd be hard for me to see Villa getting a result there. For most of the season, I've been looking at that as possibly a difficult game because Villa should be competing to try and get into top 4. Then they extended it to top 5. That's not the concern anymore. And honestly, Forest, the Forest game on Thursday, it's going to be a big game for them, but I expect them to get through.
Yeah, no, Tottenham played Bodo Glimt straight into the Champions League stage.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so I think the two games to look out for are Bournemouth away, Everton away. If you looked at Bournemouth away as a draw, or one of those two is a draw. If one of those two is a draw, then we need 11 points from 4 remaining games. No goal difference. If Manchester City drop 4 points, then they can only finish, or they can now finish on 81 points. We'd only need 9 points to win it. That's 3 games. We only have to win 3 of our remaining games. We could still lose to West Ham. Watch Tottenham get relegated. Cry as we just part to allow Jared Bowen to score a goal. Just everyone gets out of his way, and he's like looking around him, going, "What's going on?" Walks the ball towards the net, kicks it, and just as it's about to go in, it clips the post. And as it's bouncing back, Gabriel slides on to keep it in, and David Raya jumps out of the way so it can go in, and everyone erupts. The London Stadium erupts and thank us with a round of "I'm forever blowing bubbles."
Yeah.
Oh, what a lovely game of football.
And then there were all the fans in unison start singing, "Tottenham's going down."
Yeah. Lincoln. Yeah. Then it would be that whole kind of, "Your boys took a hell of a bit." Chaz and Dave. Don't know any other Tottenham fans. Chaz and Dave. Abby Summers. Expressions oozing. "You guys took a hell of a beating."
Oh, who's the bloke who used to do the morning TV? Chubby bloke, quite friendly.
Well, a Tottenham fan.
Yeah.
Frank Boff.
No.
While you ever think about it, let me go through some of these comments.
I love this. The spelling in that one.
Which one?
Brilliant. Lucky saying.
Well, this one.
Yeah.
Well, Ebriache, that is how he spells Ebriache.
Bakayoko.
Bakayoko Saka. Bukaki Saka. That's...
Sorry.
Supermandy.
Sorry, Lucky saying. We love you, but your spelling is absolutely...
His spelling is not your
brilliant.
strength.
It's brilliant.
That's why main pride mentality has to be professional team. Fulham. Basically, we have 6 points in hand, then 2 games in hand. Yeah, anyone would rather have 6 points than 2 games in hand. That just because there's nothing. I think I've explained that really well. Everton kept us at 0-0 until the 87th minute. Everton can be decent. Yeah, I think Everton are a very strong team, and that was at our place. I think Man City didn't struggle against Burnley. They were in control, but it's tough at this point in the season, you know. And it wasn't like Burnley had a lot to play for. They knew that even if they won, they were still getting relegated, really. Tricky one. In my opinion, it's better to play someone who has nothing to play for, so they play with freedom, or a team fighting for something but under pressure. It's a brilliant Colles. I'm so glad you brought this up. That's what makes football predicting so difficult. Let's take an example. Would you rather, at this point, play West Ham or Brentford? Oh, sorry. Let me change that to Crystal Palace. Would you rather play West Ham or Crystal Palace? Crystal Palace are safe. They can't make it into Europe. West Ham are fighting for their lives. And then you look at the form and you go, I think they've both got the same form. Both won 2, drawn 2, lost 1. But wouldn't you rather play Palace than... And Palace, of course, are 4 points up the table. With 7 points more. So I think the truth is, it is better to play. Then to counter that, as if I needed to counter the argument as well, because Zanti looks like he's frozen. I know, I can tell what you're doing. The counter to that argument is when we play Bournemouth, they're chilled. They're not under pressure. I think I would rather play the team that's got nothing to win or lose and just have a team that's going to go out there and beat them. Because I think if we'd put our minds to it and we played the way that we can play, we would have beaten Bournemouth, and that would have been that. Everton are definitely not pushovers. 3 points in hand is worth more than a game in the bush or something. If we do get Champions League final, what do you mean if? It'll be on the 30th of May in Budapest. And there'll be a new kickoff time, 5 p.m. BST instead of 8 p.m. BST, as UEFA has brought this in now.
Eamon Holmes.
Is he a Tottenham fan?
Yeah.
The Northern Irish fella?
Yeah.
He's a Man United fan.
Is he?
Yeah. He's a Red. He's a Man United. I've seen him in a kit. I'm sure I have. He's not doing well at the moment. If you're watching this, Eamon, get some rest, mate.
Who was that? Do you remember that program that they had with the Arsenal Tottenham fans, and they didn't know what the score was, and they're in this locked room?
It wasn't Eamon Holmes in there.
No, it wasn't. But it was a well-known.
How well known?
Well, you look at him and you think, "Oh, that's him, isn't it?" Yeah. I'm useless with bloody names. I've always been useless with names.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's him. It's he's well known. You know,
Yeah.
the one. It's the
Well,
fellow with
it's like this.
not the,
this
not the
thing-
one in the.
Yeah, this program we watched tonight. The and the Australian actor and Mel Gibson. He said it straight off.
Yeah, because you said Australian actor.
Mm.
There's only one of them. Well, I mean, it's him or Guy Pearce, right? But like, if who's the guy from morning TV?
That is Eamon Holmes. Yeah.
Yeah, but Eamon Holmes is
No,
a Man
but
United
it
fan.
wasn't him because, as you say, he's a Man United. So I'm trying to
Yes.
think who it was then.
Well, does he look like Eamon Holmes?
That is Michael McIntyre. That is it. Rosie's come in with it.
Michael
Sorry.
McIntyre.
Yeah.
He's not a TV. He's not a morning TV guy. He's a stand-up.
No,
comedian.
it wasn't. No, but that's who I was thinking of.
Right. It's very hard to know what you're thinking.
I know. Yeah.
Can we just do it with speech from now?
Yeah.
Okay, Rosie's here.
Yep.
Saves today. Fandabia, Rosie. Tottenham. No one can stop them. We're going to do it relegation this year. Jack Swagger. That is now a classic. That is a comment I will savour. Tottenham. It's lucky for Spurs when a year ends in 1 and shit when it ends in 6. Or 5, or 4, or 3, or even 1 if we're honest. Brentford, Everton have a lot of have lot play, get points. They're decent players there. Yes. Oh mate, if you like spelling, this is the one. Crystal Palace. So good. Crystal Place. Coniston 42, 100%. Points on the board, games in hand, beating Fulham puts pressure on City for Everton. This is what I was saying, Assassin the Boy. It's hard not to think that if us dropping points gives them confidence, surely us not dropping points removes some of that confidence, therefore puts pressure on them. Everton, just like when Dalman and Victor's late goals versus Everton forced City to feel the heat at West Ham. Very well remembered. Yes, absolutely. I agree. As Manchester United team, when we lost ball, Brentford, they kept ball so long, pinch once, scored both halves. And Necker Rice, well known, or Jimmy Tarbuck, well known. I would say, given you were talking about Michael McIntyre, I was never going to get there from morning TV, was I? Because I don't think he's ever done morning TV. But we followed your thought stream was Eamon Holmes. He doesn't even look like Eamon Holmes. I don't know how we got there.
No,
but thank God.
They're both a bit chubby, though, aren't they?
So the witness statement from Zanzi will now be read to the court. He looked a bit like that breakfast TV guy that's not a breakfast TV guy. Well, they're both chubby. Chubby Brown. Michael McIntyre. Rosie, brilliant to see you. Where have you been? The riffraff have been uproarious. That's who Zanzi's thinking of. I don't know how she knows, but I love that she knows. Famous Tottenham fans, Paul. You can't beat that comment. That is without a shadow of doubt. I don't know. Out of those, who's more embarrassing? Who would you? Oh, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Oh, he's got a teddy bear with a Tottenham kit on. Oh, I guarantee it. Collis.
But Paul Pot was buried with his teddy bear with a Tottenham kit. It had a couple of bullet holes in it, but
no, don't. Eamon Holmes is a diehard United fan. I know.
Yeah.
And a grade A bell end. Saka, laka, boom, boom. Big up, Dan. Are we ready for the 0-0 baiting edge of the set thrilling game versus Atletico Madrid? I just want to say again, Saka, laka, boom, boom. Always so grateful to you when you shout out on chats I'm on. Lovely. It's always nice to see a friendly face. Right, so I don't know if it's going to be 0-0. None of us think it's going to be 0-0. I think it's going to be 2-1 to Arsenal. Zanzi thinks it's 2-0 to Arsenal. And most of the chat have come up with some version of 2-2. Rosie says, "Hope everyone's well." What's going on here? What's happened? Yeah, is that what Walter White cooks? Crystal Palace. It's not Crystal Palace. It's Crystal Place.
Yeah. What's the score going to be tomorrow, Rosie?
Oh yeah, should we put a little cheeky bet on? When I started doing lives, I always used to put a cheeky. She would come up with a ridiculous bet, and I'd put money on it. And needless to say, we're not rich. But yeah, Rosie, give us a little bet for tomorrow.
It's going to be 7-0 to Atletico.
Eamon Holmes looks like Michael McIntyre if he was looking into a spoon. I love it. Beadle's about. Watch out. Beadle's about. One of these days, a slow news day, I'll tell you my my Beadle story, because I was a bit of a nemesis to Jeremy Beadle. Yeah, it's a good story. It's not as good as the Brian Clough stories, but on a slow news day, maybe when we've won the Champions League and no one wants to talk about football anymore. Is anyone here ready to stick their neck on the line and say they think we can win the Champions League? Not the tie tomorrow, that's a given. Could we be holding up the big trophy? Semi-finals. We've only done semi-finals 4 times in our history. There's only 3 times in our history we've been closer to silverware than the big European silverware than this. That Arteta's a dick, isn't he? Right, I'm going through these. What scores get? Atletico Madrid 13 for Michael McIntyre or Eamon Holmes to score the second Arsenal goal. Don't steal my bet. I can't even steal your bet. Brentford nickname Bees. Just say Bees from now on. It's easier to spell. Brentford. Nick. My money's on Bolton to win a Champions League. We could scam a win. Sure. Why does everyone say we're scamming wins? Did we scam a win against Atletico? Did we scam a win against Bayern? Polar Gunner, that's a kind of, I don't get it. I don't go why our fans are so shit on us. Like, you know, why can't we just win a game? It's not, Atletico scammed more games than we have. I think we will win to the moon and beyond. I think we will win the UCL. Side note, I was watching a Jim Davison interview talking about Lenny Henry, and he said Dawn French is the funniest thing he's... Okay. that surprised me. Okay, good. Yes.
Cole's on fire today, isn't they?
Oh, mate. This is what we love. Do you think it's... No one's feeling the nerves. Look at us. It's a pub full of happy people. You're on the Lucasade. I'm on the Quaddy Strength. No, genuinely.
I'm mixing my drinks, mate. I've got that.
Yeah, you want to be careful. Yeah.
Oh, I
Lucasade sample. Now in 30 milliliter bottles. If we win the Champions League and the Prem, all will be forgiven and we can enjoy the World Cup.
Rosie's actually said that Arsenal are going to win.
I know. She said, no, genuinely 1-0, but I don't think I believe her. But this one, Jack, come on, man. It's good to dream. But if the only way you're going to enjoy the World Cup is if we win the Champions League and Premier League, I think you're in for a tough World Cup.
I'm going to take a photograph of that 1-0 Rosie's put down.
Just screenshot it, yeah.
Yeah.
Get the old Kodak out.
God, that's
No, young people don't know what
Kodak,
the fuck he's doing. What is he doing? It's like when you go like that.
Yeah.
Why are you doing? What's that?
Who are
Or
you
when people
snapping?
still do this. People
Yeah.
still do this when they do phone, don't they? You mean that? It's that. isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh, the other one is that one there. Dick.
Mate, I'm old enough to remember those phones.
Yeah.
What was the material, that plastic material? What was that called?
Bakelite.
Bakelite. That was everywhere. That was your favourite thing. Current form considered. I'm not going to sit here and pretend Arsenal's current form is good. It's
nothing but
frankly
perfect.
It's piss poor. We should be ashamed and are ashamed of our form. But there's nothing you can do about it. Just going to the form has to change, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Just say yes.
Yes.
I think so too. We'll work on that so we don't need to do the prompting. If you tell anyone you think Arsenal will win, I'll deny I know you. You already deny you know me. Jim Davison back with a zinger. That is an absolute. That is a good joke. You give him his dues there. Hail Caesars! Hail Caesars! Well met. Let us have your predictions for tomorrow's game. Today's Champions League final was fantastic. Well, that's a bit previous, but yes, I think it was a fantastic game. Polaroid. Brilliant game, Hail Caesars. Hey, Rosie. Rolling down a window in the car. 9 goals could easily have been 12 or 13. I wish it had been. I put another bet on when it got to 9. Never mind. Dan question would not want any players from Brentford like attacks summer they got goals. I'm trying to think. Are you talking about that I wouldn't want any Brentford players? Pretty much. I think you're right, honestly. I can't. I don't watch. I didn't watch Brentford Man United. I didn't watch them. I haven't watched them for ages. But they're very poor at the moment, aren't they? Keith Andrews was being talked about as a. I mean, he's done well, but no, I don't think I would take any of their players up front. Who they got up front? Sorry, obviously Igor Thiago. Yeah, no, I probably would have him. Okay, Jim Davidson is a wallpaper. A walloper. I was going to say, what the hell's a walloper? That's Scottish slang. I'm guessing that's not something you'd want to be called. Zanzi, have you ever been monikered a walloper? No, me either. Oh. He's in the same boat as Amon. Tomorrow I see us winning 2-0. Rotary dial phones, dialing 123 to get the speaking clock service. I used to love that because when my grandmother came, I didn't have that in Austria, but when she came over to visit, we convinced her it was a real woman. And I would phone up and be rude to her. She goes, don't do that. Right. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. At the third stroke, the time sponsored by Accurist will be 4:12 precisely.
Oh, did you? I saw a brilliant little. Did you ever watch any of these little YouTube clips at all?
Yeah, oh yeah, God, you can't help myself.
There's a clip. It's brilliant. This
I've even made some.
oldish.
Don't tell me you didn't know that. I've even made some YouTube clips.
Oh, I know this. I know, but there's this oldish lady, not you, and yeah, and she's in her kitchen and she's got one of these Alexa things with a camera in it. Did you hear that?
Have you got Alexa on?
Yeah, that's chatting to me, and
I'm sorry, I don't have
her
that
son
flavour.
comes in to the kitchen and says, "Hi, Mum," and she automatically goes over to this camera and says, "Oh, hello, dear. How are you? I can't see your picture." "No, Mum, I'm standing behind you." "Oh, that's good, dear. How are you keeping?" And then he's just leaning against the cabinet. I'm doing really well, Mum. How are you? She says, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine, thanks, dear. Where are you at the moment? I'm stood behind you in the kitchen. Oh, good. No, Mum, I'm really stood behind you. Oh, hello.
How long have you been there? I'm just not now, son. I'm just talking to my son on the rotary dial phones. Yes, wasn't it though? Didn't they? Isn't it? Listen, if any of you haven't subscribed yet, this would be the time to do it. Should we just have a little momentary little pausette? I want to see if I can share some wisdom with you. Obviously, I don't think I can. But this is how I've been living my life recently. And Rosie will like this because this is kind of Rosie's advice when you're talking to somebody who's got some far out opinions. I think this is the wisdom to live by.
Master, what is the secret to eternal happiness? Do not argue with stupid people. That's it? I don't think that works. You are right.
You are right. I love it. So, back to comments. And back to serious comments as well. Zanzi is not a walloper or a wallpaper. You don't see that much of Gary in his curtains anymore, do you? I swear, every stream I've been on this week, I've seen Gary pop in and go, hello, hello. And that's it. It gets about a bit. Gary, if you're here, say something else in the comments. Stick with our safe football in the Champions League. It's our best shot. Going head-to-head with PSG or Bayern will backfire. It worked before and had Kimmich complaining. Let's grind our way to the trophy. This assessor de boy, I would take that 1-0 grinding. No one cares as long as you win. Who would we rather take on, PSG or Bayern? I don't know, man. I know I answered this already, but I just don't know. I think Bayern. No, I don't want to. Who am I more scared of? I think I'm more scared of Bayern than I am of PSG, just because what they showed tonight is that they're never beaten, are they? A lot of teams at 5-2 are sort of falling apart. Bayern, well, they fell apart before that, but they came back. And I think they're the kind of team that you'd never be comfortable with down. I think Paris Saint-Germain, I think their heads went down today. But I can't wait for that semi-final second leg. I think we're still unsure. Carlos is absolutely right. Subscription like, guys. Yeah, if you're here, if you're one of the people here and you haven't subscribed, probably a bit wishful thinking. I bet you all have. Just check. Yeah, have a look. Personally, Cole says he'd prefer Bayern. Is it crazy that I trust Arteta winning us the Champions League more than the Premier League? It's a bit crazy.
There's 33 people still watching this.
32 now that you said that. 31, 29, 21, 6. Just my mum.
Before you go, click the like.
Subscribe. I can't remember. This was good. This is 2 minutes ago. Something funny. What is that? What are they? Is that laughter emojis?
Faces.
Laughing dust. It's very difficult. My eyes are weak. Bayern would be preferred. PSG has incredible depth. Yes, they do. But you can only play 11 at a time. I don't know, man. I'm really... Can I say neither and just pray that somehow we get handed the trophy, because it turns out Paris Saint-Germain have cheated and Bayern have cheated. Everyone's cheated except us. And we have a parade. Atletico, their form has not been great either, despite knocking Barcelona out. Well, look, this is a really good point, Richard, because they did knock Barcelona out, but they needed 2 red cards to do it. I think if those 2 red cards don't happen, we'll be playing Barcelona, and I don't know if that's necessarily... I think Diego Simeone's wily. A bit worried about it.
He's wily, isn't he?
Yeah, not as. I think
Arteta gives that spurious information that these...
No, he just talks shit. Yeah, he just purely... Did I say that? Yes, you did. Oh, did I? Yes, you did. We recorded it. No, you didn't. No, we did. This is all recorded. Oh, is it? Yes. We need another Mickey Holloway. I'm going to do another press conference. I've been to Leverkusen. Saw Henry score there. Get in. Olise is a gem. Yeah, can we sign him? Wakefield with Bryan Cranston. I like Bryan Cranston. Any good? I'd rather us play boring football and grind a Champions League victory than trying to do something we're not and have our arse handed to us. Yes, I agree with that. I'd rather we play PSG because playing both of them is the same for me. There's no difference. I just don't want Harry Kane winning his first Champions League. Oh, mate, yeah. Every time I think I prefer us to play Bayern, that pops into my head.
Yeah.
And not that I think Harry Kane would score or anything like that, but just that he'd be on the winning side and you'd have to watch that fucking insert expletive dickhead go up and get a trophy.
And I will not do my impersonation of him. I won't.
You're not?
No.
You had me waiting for that there. I thought you said, I will now do my impersonation of him.
No, I can't if you want, no.
You sound too intelligent when you do that.
Sorry.
Natasha Love. Natasha Olive. Arsenal will get beat. Grammatically, that kind of infuriates me. Arsenal will be beaten or will get beaten, but not Arsenal will get beat.
Yeah, and it's capital A, by the way, because it's Arsenal.
Yeah, it's always, and it's the Arsenal.
Yeah.
Apart from that, you're winning. I'd rather us play boring football. I would have read that. There's me losing. Didn't shit Spurs beat Atletico this year as well? Yes, they did. They did. They conceded. How many goals did they concede to Spurs? Was it 5? Atletico Madrid conceded, I think, 5 goals to Spurs over the 2 legs. I'm going to have to look this up now.
Of course, it is in the knockout stage, wasn't it?
Yeah. Any good, Rosie? I watched Ouija Origin of Evil as I'm catching up on Mike Flanagan's stuff. Diego Simeone, good manager again, knows how to win and play tactical in matches. Yeah, he's a good manager. No one's saying he's not, definitely. Nunandinho. What a name. Just joined the stream. What have I missed? New to the channel. Don't do that. Luckily for you, it's all available and repeat. But Nunandinho, I love the name. I'm so glad you're here. Basically, if I had to do a compact version of this, I'd say we've all been in good spirits. Everyone's been telling jokes. There's been lots of laughs. But the nuts and bolts of it are that we honestly think that the game against Atletico is winnable and that we could get through to the final. And none of us are sure who we want to face if we get to PSG or Bayern, because I think deep down we're all a bit worried that they'd slap us about.
Atletico beat Tottenham 7-5 because they won 5-2 and then Tottenham won 3-2.
So they conceded 5 to Tottenham?
In 2 games.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I wasn't saying that.
Yeah.
I know they hadn't conceded 5 in one game.
But they conceded 7 to Atletico.
Yeah, no, I know that Tottenham aren't through.
Yeah.
Because we're playing Atletico. But I'm saying, my initial point was, didn't Atletico Madrid concede 5 to Tottenham?
Yeah, in 2 games.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, but I know but that's because they played them twice. Yes, so.
But it sounded like you're bigging up Tottenham.
No, I'm saying what I'm actually saying is that if Tottenham can score 5 against you in 2 games, perhaps we can. That's what I'm saying. That's kind of my point. People saying if anyone ever asks you why you love football, show them Paris Saint-Germain versus Bayern München. Ooh. Yeah, do you know what I did? I had the pleasure of watching it with my father-in-law, and I was really, really good company to watch football with anyway. But it was just, when you both are just in the best match we've seen in years. It's just, this is, if you'd come down from an alien, if you were an alien and you'd never heard of football and they took you to Arsenal on Saturday to watch Arsenal play Newcastle, you probably wouldn't have been tempted to go and watch Paris Saint-Germain Bayern. You're like, I don't really like this sport. If it was the other way round, you'd be like hooked for life, wouldn't you?
I'd say no. I'd show them the Liverpool-Arsenal 89 game.
That's too much too soon. That's too much too soon, because then it's like, well, you can't top that. I'd show them Rochester, York.
Oh yes,
Rochester, York. So do the fans always get involved like that? No. Ideally, no. To the new people here, just click that subscribe button. It's free. If anyone ever asks you why you hate football, show them Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid. I think we'll surprise people. You know what? I was rewatching Arsenal 4 by Atletico 0, and Gyökeres scoring 2 goals could happen again in the final. But no, seriously, I think that in Europe we haven't played that many crap games. What's the worst? I mean, we played some really good games. Inter Milan 3-1 away, Bayern Munich 3-1, Atletico 4-0.
I suppose the worst game we had was that Kairat one, wasn't it? But the game we already done.
Didn't make any difference, did it?
No.
Club Brugge 3-0 away, Inter Milan 3-0 away, Kairat 3-2. I'm really. If you go all the way back, Athletic Club the 2-0. The first game, we went away. They were in the Champions League. That atmosphere. Comfortable against Olympiacos. Slavia Praha. Yeah, I mean, we've been really good in Europe. I'm quite proud that we haven't cheated. They claim we have all the time, but we just haven't. Our books are fucking public, you mugs. I got really pissed off on Hassan's show when someone said, you're literally the Bank of England club. And the guy was saying it like, we literally got bankrolled by the Bank of England. It's like, you just can't be that stupid. You can't actually... We're called the Bank of England because we had a lot of commercial success and a lot of money because we were very successful and very well supported. Not because the Bank of England gave us money, you doorknob. You know, but people will believe any old shit. What if it was a space rom-com with zombies, Rosie? She wouldn't watch it. That's a great question, though. That is a great question because she don't watch the zombies, but she does love a rom-com. And I did come up with a genre, which I don't think anyone else has done before, which is a zomcom, which is a rom-com with zombies, which is exactly what... So, would you watch a zomcom? I even did a poster for a zomcom film, When Harry Ate Sally. Apparently that name's already been taken, so I had to...
Or would it be a wombie?
No, wouldn't it be? Just please listen. I can't be any clearer than I am being. It's a zomcom. It's already been decided. There's no more input, thank you. The authorities can't get some of these team books. I can get Arsenal's books. Do you want them, though? You have no idea how absurd that is to me. I like it. I do like the fire. I like it when he gets angry. Boy, Tendio, you're one of the best when you get a little bit irked by something. Yeah, it was 5 they allowed. We got this. Exactly. I was happy watching the PSG Bayern game, to be honest. Sometimes it's good to see individual brilliance decide games instead of Premier League tactics and physicality. Ebona Sasa, yes, that is exactly how I felt. I felt like, I mean, you're talking about a game with Havertz, Shelia, Michael Elise. You're talking about whatever the tactics were supposed to be. They were just like, no, get ball, run it. I mean, Diaz was outstanding for the goal that led to Harry Kane's penalty, for the run, the movement in the box. Luis Diaz, for me, is a player I will never get over watching him play for Colombia against Brazil the day his dad was released. It was the most emotional, wonderful, and his dad collapsing in the Colombian crowd and just the elation of it all. It's just, there are no better moments in football. I've watched space movies and zombie movies, Cole. Just don't like anything that wouldn't happen in real life. Well, that's a rom-com. Harry Met Sally wouldn't happen in real life. No one. People like you who make it great, Jack. Aww. Look at this. Luckily, you came to one of the best channels. Look at this. Gah. And it is true. Rosie's always right, but look at that. I'm in great company. Hard not to enjoy it. Aw, you guys. You guys. No, not where Arsenal are concerned. I expect they will sign Tonali. I wouldn't mind that. It will be a boring game tonight. I hope not. I don't really care. Would you care? I mean, actually, I don't know who you support, Natasha. Who do you support? Do you support City? In which case, you've had some boring games. Burnley wasn't a cracker. The PSG Bayern game didn't even need goalkeepers. Every shot was going in. It was that, like, every time. Yeah, no, that's a really good point.
PSG had 5 shots. 5 shots, scored 5 goals.
Is that right?
On target, sorry, yeah.
Well, I genuinely don't remember a save being made.
And I think Bayern had 7 shots on target and 4 went in. So
Yeah, I honestly, it was not a game where you praise the goalkeepers. And the penalty, Manuel Neuer dived the right way, but I said at the time, like, even if he got his hand to that was going to take his hand off. That was such a well taken penalty. Right, I want Gyökeres to suddenly find form and score a hat trick. Do you know what? I'd love that. However, I would much prefer Kai Havertz to score the winner in the Champions League final, and I'd love to see the people who hate him go, "Well, 29 has won us our greatest trophy ever," and just like, you know. If you want to be amongst like-minded people, follow Arsenal FC. Harsh. Very harsh. Arsenal FC, not Arteta FC, or one of his 4.5 million other accounts that all have Arteta in the name. He's that busy. York versus Rochdale. What did I say earlier? I think I said Rochester. Rochdale. York versus Rochdale.
Oh no, I thought you were doing that for on behalf of Lucky Singh, Rochester. I thought you said Rochester on behalf of Lucky Singh.
Well, I'm not going to try because did he say Rochester? What was it? I can't remember how he spelt it because I thought he had written Rochester.
No, yeah.
Natasha Olive -K6M. I wonder what the K6M's for. I bet you enjoyed it all those years ago when George Graham was the manager and Michael Thomas scored the winning goal against Liverpool to win Arsenal the championship trophy back in, it's the first division we won in the 80s. It was 1989, May 26th. Yes.
Yep.
How could you not? I think everyone enjoyed it. Even the Liverpool fans gave us a standing ovation.
Yep. We came back from 0-0 to win 2-0.
Inconsistentino. I like the name. I just hate the question. There's just Arsenal fans and football fans here. We don't label people. If you're looking for somewhere that takes the piss out of other members of your own fan group, this ain't for you. We don't do that here. So if you wanna throw shade at people or be nasty about people or do all of that, you're not going to enjoy it here.
But if you want to come to local and have a good time.
It's just a pub where people... we don't criticise... We're not going to go in on anyone. We're not going to talk shit about anyone. We're just having fun here. So, yeah, I'm not into the whole top gooner, bottom gooner, mid gooner. I'm fine, Rosie. Hope you're well. Senlak86. I love the George Graham era. All about George Graham. Got me in one. I'm trying to think if George Graham ever played in Scotland. I know he went straight to Villa. I think it was he came down to Villa. I've read his biography. I can't remember when Harry ate Sally X. And it's unfortunately the name's taken. I bet you could guess it wasn't a Zomcom either. No top or bottom Gouda chat, please. Sub and enjoy the great content. Yeah, or don't. If you're looking for beef. I feel like such a knob saying that. I'm 52. If you're looking for beef, if you're zesty, if you're an Arteta sexual, if you get your language off TikTok. No, look, to be honest with you, come in, hang about for a bit. If you don't like it, off you fuck. No harm, no foul. We don't recognise that term.
George Graham info.
Yeah, where did he start? Where was it?
Aston Villa.
Yeah, he went. I know he was an Aston Villa schoolboy. Yes.
And Arsenal for 227 games. Then he went to Manchester United, Portsmouth, Crystal Palace, and California Surf.
He's not that kind of guy you'd expect to enjoy California Surf.
Yeah, it's too bloody hot here.
Yeah. We're just gooners plus Rosie and Singh. Oh, but I just want to say, I love it when fans come here from other teams. No problem. If they want to banter us as well, have at it. Oh. Rochdale got 106 points and are in the playoffs. If they get knocked out, that's a travesty for them. Maybe the top sides should get promoted. Is that right? I thought they qualified. Isn't that it?
No. One goes up, and then the next 6, the top 2 go like into a semi-final. The bottom 4 do a 2-leg playoff, and then the winners. Those 2 winners will play either Rochdale or Carlisle United. And then the winners of that will go into the final.
Hard not to consider that a bit needlessly complicated.
Well, it's like the whole of it, isn't it? 'Cause,
In
like,
Austria, in the Bundesliga in Austria, they play the season until they get to the bottom 6 and top 6. Then there's a mini league, and it's so boring. You can be top at the end of the season and not win the league. It's like, oh, fuck off. So, where are we? No, Tanai, we don't need any bad press or any accusations of cheating. Wasn't found guilty of betting. We dodge a bullet with name I won't say. I still like Tonali. I think he did his time. He had a bet on football. I don't think he's doing it again. Madrid press love fest for Atletico. Really supportive. English media, Atletico will use dirty tactics all about the opposition, not a single outlet supporting Arsenal in a positive manner. Isn't that true? That is true.
Yeah.
Our press are not our best friends.
There's a possibility in the conference that Forest Green, who are 25 points behind Rochdale in the league, could still go into the second division, which is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I know so little about lower league football. I'm going to start supporting Tottenham in the Championship, though, because you've got to have a Championship team, haven't you?
Oh, I'm going for Lincoln, mate.
Yeah.
Or
I hope
Cardiff.
Millwall
No,
come
not
up, to be
Cardiff.
honest with you. Otherwise, it's always... I was supporting Hull, but then I had to stop because I was doing them no favours. They've dropped out. They looked like they were going to go for second, and now they're seventh. It's just what I do to teams.
But in the first division, I'll start supporting Leicester City.
God, that's harsh, isn't it? God, that is harsh. I never really had a soft spot for Leicester, but I've got a few friends from there, and now it hurts. I think Championship was all right. This is too much. So here we go. Lee Gunner has been trying to tell people about Arteta for ages. Well, why aren't people listening to him? Is there a problem? Is he, Mystic Lee Gunner? Both I'm trying to find Am I trying to find a nice way to say this? No, there's a phrase that I've become very fond of using, which is just if someone's talking breeze at you or just waffling on or chatting shit, I just say, well, there we are then. Because it's an acronym for twat. There we are then. Malt Licky Texas, hey, May 27th, 1989 was my best day at school ever yet. No, it wasn't, because that was a Saturday. What would Lee Gunner say? What would Jez say? He'd be like, well, you can't be a real fan because you got the exact day wrong. Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
But it was May the 27th, the Monday after the game.
No, because the Friday was May the 26th, so Monday would be May the 29th. Oh, yeah.
Maybe Collison had to go to school because
maybe he was
he needed to.
He was homeschooled and he was at home that day.
Oh, that's the point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it was the best day at school.
Yeah. Homeschooled by parents who were good at putting comments on YouTube, which hadn't been invented.
But I think he might have helped invent it. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Arguably, Havertz's great goal against Sporting is why we're still in the Champions League. Yeah, I love this. Look, he's gone rosy. Cheers, lad. Oh dear. Never mind. It was binary. It was a 50-50 coin toss. I might have slipped. You gotta have high standards, mate. Did you not know that? Arguably, Havertz's great goal against Sporting is why we're still in the Champions League. Played a part. You can't lie. It did play a part. Rochdale, lucky will never top that one in his whole life. Whatever happened to David O'Leary that played for Arsenal and went to Leeds? He was at the Emirates a couple of months ago. He's in retirement. He was didn't really. I don't think he managed after Leeds, to be honest with you. Very tough experience. Nearly got them bankrupted. I can't believe you just said beef. Get hold of yourself. I know. I'm getting TikTok. That's what I'm getting. I want a 29 shirt with Habitats on the back for our parade meetup. Yes, me too. I've got to say, there are days where one of you is just absolutely on fire, and today it's cool. Yes, can we all do that? Can we get Habitats? I'm doing it. Fuck it. I don't think I'm doing an okay jersey, but Habitats. Oh, mate, we should just get T-shirts made of all of Lucky Singh's names on the back. Habitats, Bukakayo, Bakayoko. Arsenal's best goalkeeper was David Seaman. Natasha, you haven't said who you support yet, but I think you're right on that one, by the way. I think David Seaman is our best goalkeeper. He was better in Dancing on Ice. No, he wasn't. Still can't believe he got with Frankie. Do you remember? I'm seeing more Saka hate than overall praise for Elise Kvara and how good they were. These guys on social media have made hating their whole personality. Yeah. Genuinely, the problem with it. And then they get really upset when... Actually, that was something... When I phoned in on the Tom Canton show, that was something that I said. He was like, you get... Because he gets all this hate as well. And I think he wears it well. But I think what's funny about it is there were people who've carved out a niche for themselves, slagging people off. And then they complain that their channels don't grow very much. You go, well, there is a limited amount of people who... It's a niche audience that you're just being toxically irritating every day. He's a prick. I don't like him. It's like if you go into a Wetherspoons, and those of you watching from other countries, a Wetherspoons is one of the cheapest pubs you can go to in any town in England. And there's always some older bloke sitting there at 12 o'clock having his burger and a pint and smelling of wee and telling you all the things he doesn't like. Well, that's what these kind of YouTube channels are. It's like, I'll tell you another thing I don't like. No, don't actually, Grandad. Do you know what? Let's just go for a nice walk in the sunshine. I don't like sunshine. You know, I'm not just talking about Jez. We do not even play tonight, but we are trending more than the teams have played. It's not crazy how people love talking about us even when we don't play. Not very nice, that. What are you referring to? Calling Rosie a lad? As I'm a similar age to you guys, so likely to have seen the same players. Is the Bergkamp better than Henry? Debate controversial? Not really. I just can't get over Cole today. I just cannot get... This is a 10 out of 10 performance from him. Look, good spot, Dan. Yes, I said May 27th, but you were wrong. He's just Arteta'd me. He's just Arteta'd me good and proper. You are absolutely on fire. Listen, Nunandinho, I don't mind if people say they prefer Henry. And I don't think most people... I think most people would go, it's so close. How can you call between Dennis Bergkamp and Thierry Henry? I think... Honestly, I absolutely understand when people say Thierry Henry. For me, Dennis Bergkamp, slightly more important player because he was around longer. He did the 97-98 double. I just think he was about... I always quote the same thing, Johan Cruyff saying, I don't think there's a perfect footballer, but when I close my eyes, it's Dennis Bergkamp. And he knew some shit, didn't he? I was celebrating my 8th birthday on May 28th, 1989. You wouldn't have got to see the... you've seen it loads since, though, right? Oh, mate, my brother loved Teenage Mutant. We had to call him, in this country, the cartoon was called Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles because ninja was a term that was seen to incite violence. Teenage Mutant Ninja... the song didn't change, but the title of the confused country England is. But maybe that's why we haven't had so much ninja-related crime. But yeah, I used to buy the comic when it came out. It was an indie comic, and I used to read it and love it. And I gave them to my brother, and I had some first editions in there. And he is a very young kid, obviously ate them. But yeah, thousands of pounds worth of comics that got.
He ate them.
Well, he was about 8 or 9 years old, right? So he was about the same age as Jose. I'm trying to work it out now. 89. No, he would have been 3, so he's a bit younger. But the Hero Turtles, I had loads from the late 80s, early 90s, and I gave them to him when he was about 8, 9 years old. And of course, when you're 8 or 9 years old, you don't appreciate the value increase of a pristine comic or near mint condition comic,
or even a toy,
or anything really. You know, it's a much to ask. But Where are we? I've been called worse. No, you haven't. Not in here. We wouldn't have that. I'm trying to keep it together. Don't let it go. Let it all hang out. Connor and Owen goal. Arteta's greatest strike force. Corner and Owen goal. Do you know what? I was having a laugh though because Paris Saint-Germain scored an absolute cracker from a corner today, and I was like, well, that doesn't count. That's not going to count. You can't have that. We've the goal against Newcastle. Yes, we scored from a corner, but we haven't been scoring enough from corners, have we?
That was a good set piece, actually.
Yeah, it was a good set piece. I love his ice cream, Marinello. Oh, Marinello, the player that nearly was. Just called a twat, lol. I'm all right, jokes aside. Oh, I wasn't calling it you. Don't be like that. I was talking about you trying to goad me into talking about Lee Gunner, and if I was talking to Lee Gunner, I'd say, there it is then. Or no, I wouldn't. I'd say, there we are then. Sorry. Arsenal became an engagement farm. Neutral's obsession for views and likes is a trend just to feed their families. It's annoying that everyone uses us for impressions. You can't find honest takes. I do get pissed off. I get pissed off, but do you know what? The magic, I have had that epiphany, is just, I don't have to watch them. I spent so much of my time going on channels that just triggered me because on some level it's an itch you scratch, isn't it? But I don't do it anymore. I think Prem has quality that is not well expressed. Xhaka went to leave Leverkusen and won the league there, came back in the Prem, now he plays for Sunderland. Nothing bad on them. No, I think I've heard a lot of people this season say the Premier League is washed and it's shit and stuff, and then they were like, look, your teams don't make it into the Champions League. I said, yeah, no, that's fair, but there's one French team, one German team, one English team, and one Spanish team. And let's be honest, if I'd said to you at the start of the season, one German team's going to make the final, you probably would have guessed who it was going to be. If I'd said to you, it'll be one German team versus one French team, you go, oh, Paris Saint-Germain versus, because there's not a lot of chance that it was going to be Augsburg versus, So I'm just, when it comes to one Spanish team, your guess would have been out of three. So when people say the Premier League's washed, I'm like, look at the teams we had doing well. We had right to the death, Liverpool, Newcastle, Man City, Arsenal. There's the Premier League, what it is. Enjoy your night, mate, Rosie. That's one of my favourite phrases you use. Thoughts on Madueke as a winger? I'll let you know when I see him play as a winger. Fucking dreadful. I'm not trying to go in on Madueke. I said it on Sunday. I said, I would never sign a petition, but I got my pen ready. I don't.
He tries.
I know, but so would I, and I don't get a game. There's a point where, look, Nonny.
But he tries doubly, though, because he goes past the player,
and then he goes past him again.
And he goes past him again.
He doesn't stop going past them till they get the ball. Yeah. That's generous. I would just, at this point, I'd just say, hey, Nonny, no. I don't know what...
You almost spat your drink out then, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I was enjoying your laugh at it, Nunandinho says, great answer, but I don't know who answered it. I'm hoping it was me. I'd really like that. I would maybe come in here with your own opinions rather than those belonging to others. Yes. People do this all the time. What is it about? Because we're having this kind of debate now where we're talking about the Arsenal fan base and there is so much hate farming or whatever else. But the reason it is frustrating is because you get so many people watch another channel and then listen to what that person says and go and say it to everyone else. And it's like, that's not I was talking about this. It's like people... I'm entitled to an opinion. Yeah, you're absolutely entitled to an opinion. It's just a shame you don't spend longer forming it. And also, you're also entitled to take a shit whenever you want. This doesn't mean I have to be interested in it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm the product of what you're entitled to. You can keep that. What's your take on Goldbridge doing a 180 on Arteta and Arsenal since he overlapped Boy's channel? At least he apologised for it. I haven't watched him since I found the whole thing about I don't give a shit who he sells his channel to. To be honest with you, if he wanted to sell his I mean, most of us are shameless, right? If a Qatari trillionaire said, "I want to buy your club," most fans would be like, "Yes." I mean, look at the way that Newcastle fans reacted, like they've won the lottery when the Saudis bought their club.
Yeah.
Which reminds me,
the league, we're going to win the Champions League, we're going to win everything.
I'm earning billions, but you can't. You have to sell.
You don't have to sell this summer. It's all paper nonsense. You haven't got a clue.
Pete.
I just love him. I can't remember. I think I generated that on. I don't think he's real. I'm pretty sure he's not real. If you do recognise him, do let me know. Though I've obviously nicked it from somewhere. Alan Smith. Any comment that starts with Alan Smith will get read. So Jose's straight, and any of Jose's comments will get read anyway. But Alan Smith deserves a lot more respect and recognition, in my honest opinion. With most of our fans, he's almost irrelevant to the newer generation, which angers me a lot. He is one of my absolute heroes whenever I hear him on commentary, because he's always intelligent and he's always funny. And I think for me, he'll always be Alan Smith that somehow scored a really good goal against Parma. Like, I don't remember. And there's two things. One, playing the ball to Michael Thomas in 89, but then 94, scoring against Parma. And then allowing our defensive unit just to sit in and none shall pass.
Well, all I can remember is as you're looking at the goal, is in the top right. And I think it is either on the volley or a half volley.
Half volley.
Yeah. Wallop.
Yeah. And I always remember it as outside the area, but it wasn't. It was just inside the area.
That's
like
weird,
Rosie.
actually, because I was thinking it was always just outside, just around
yeah,
where
no,
the
if you
D
watch
was.
it again, it's not. But it's still one of my favourite goals of all time. And my brother, who at the time would have been 8, and I'd come back from Mexico just to watch the game. I'd been in Mexico for 6 weeks, and I came back, and I was just a bit zoned out or whatever. It was only a couple of days I'd been back. And when it scored, we both leapt up. I leapt off one sofa. He was on the other sofa. I leapt off the sofa and landed on my knees. And I barely could walk for 2 days, but I was so happy. You know, when you think, I might have crippled myself. But you know what? It's fine. Dan, were you not well into your 40s when the Turtles came out? Someone's already commented on this, but that did just crack me up. Where is this comment? That Turtles coming out sounds like a bad Sunday morning after a lot of curry. I was well into my 40s when the Turtles came out. You could choose. Okay. If you could choose one player to join this team now, Fabregas, Van Persie or Pires? Pires.
Yeah.
Who's that for you, Zanzi?
Pires.
Yeah. Rosie, not a fan of Ligue 1, are ya? Are ya? Why ya? That's not a word. Why are ya? Where are you from, Bostack? Is that a Yorkshire thing or something? I don't know. What is that?
Well, it could be Bostack.
Bostack. What do you mean?
No,
Bostack.
Bostack is something, isn't it?
I don't know. Isn't it?
Wasn't that a
Bostik
glue
is
or
a type of
something like
glue.
that?
No, Bostik is a glue. Stick.
No.
Bostik. Not a fan of Lee Gunner, are you? Also, he's done the lower case for the name. Bostack, not feeling it. Why are we talking about Lee Gunner, mate? Aren't there like about 50 other sites you could go to and chat your Lee Gunner stuff?
Daniel, you should know what Bostack is with your culinary background. Come on, I thought everyone knew that. Bostack is a classic French pastry, often described as a...
Is it spelled like that?
Yeah, Bostock.
I've never heard of it. No,
almond
Bostack.
toast designed to repurpose old day brioche.
No,
It's
I've
got
never-
almonds in it. So
Is it what? Oh, that's interesting. I really like an almond croissant. Me and the missus love an almond croissant, but I just realised they probably are just ways that look, Bostock. That's Bostock.
yeah, that is what Bostock is there.
No,
Was
he's
it?
Bostack. Look,
Oh,
there's
that's
an A.
wrong. Hang on.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Hang on. Excuse my French.
Sarcasm Real. That should be my fantasy Premier League team. I'm not talking about that. I dropped off the top. Turtles coming out sounds like, yeah, that's good. His vibe doesn't attract my vibe. Very much so. Ouch, Cole. I love Madueke. Not seen the best of him yet. Nope. May we know your stand on Arteta at the moment? Oh my God. Can I just say, Bustak, you're conforming to the worst stereotype. Like the stereotype that you guys are all monomaniacs and all you want to talk about is Arteta. Is that true? How about we talk about something else? How about literally, if you want to have that conversation, then I could name about 6 channels you could go on and just everyone's talking about it, and you can call him an Arteta sexual and say he's a psychopath and do that and just be obsessed with him. I couldn't give a hot fuck. That's my position on him at the moment. We're playing the semi-final of the Champions League tomorrow. Why would I be talking about it? Here are Turtles, broadcast standards in the UK, good old days, people sending letters to complain and having complaints read on TV. The good days. They always used to start, why, oh, why, oh, why? Why, oh, why must there be breasts on? The one that cracked me up is on Channel 4, you used to have to put the red triangle to to warn you there might be tits on the programme, and everyone would stay up and late watch it. And it was like 4 seconds of tits. You'd be like, why, oh, why? It's just, times were different, man. They were different.
Yeah, their points of view.
Yes. Imagine my outrage to discover halfway through the Scandinavian film all my norks are out. Do you know what I mean? Where the hurt the norks are open. just, you know what? I'm feeling it, so I'm doing it. Nork. It's pronounced good. Okay,
That's so funny because I haven't heard that word norks for ages, and I was only thinking about it a few days ago.
And every day since. No. Norks are mercy. To be honest, Nonny just doesn't realise how short the pitch is. Jack Swagger. That's quality. Someone should draw some lines around it for him. You should have those glasses where you can see up by looking down and get all discombobulated. Hey, Nonny, no. I like Nonny. There's potential there, but the final ball really needs work. He loves to go past people. That's what Zanzi was saying earlier. He just goes past. Like, one of the most beautiful things today was watching players go past their defender and literally carry on going. You know? Like, how many times do you want to see Nonny go, oh, he's clear. Oh, wait, he's doubled back and he's gone round him again. And once, now he's lost the ball.
I don't know if you've ever done racing at all. This is in a car. No, you haven't. You've got a license. But if you're at a track, when you come into a bend or something like that, there'll be a sign at the side of the track. Brake. That's what we do at the football pitch. That's brake.
Well, it's like run, Forrest, run, and stop running. Just like, yeah. Or a horn. Someone could have a horn or something, like a klaxon. And you go, oh, it's time to stop running. Because he's not listening to Mikel Arteta, is he?
There should be a red light at the side. Or ding, 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 ding. The barrier comes down. Yeah, maybe that's it. A barrier 3 foot from the edge. Bonk.
Don't. Oh, don't. The only good thing about Madueke is his unpredictability. I'm not just... Oh, here we go. Oh, God. Have you ever had someone just walk into a bar and just be the only person talking about something? Lee Gunner just shares the same opinions as majority of others, that's all. Okay.
We don't.
Okay, that'll do now. Like, we were talking about Eamon Holmes. Do you want to talk about Eamon? Why are we talking about... Do you work for him or something? Are you getting brown envelopes? Are you one of his shills? Look how I... Do you know what? What else do you love about him? Do you like his teeth? Why do you fancy him so much? Why are you a Gunner sexual? That's what I want to know. But I don't really want to know. You can say or not. Thank you. When I came in here tonight, I wanted to know what Lee Gunner thought at least 3 times in the past 30 minutes. Do you know what I mean? It's just so boring. What if you had to have a conversation with someone that didn't involve what Lee Gunner thinks? Nonsense. Last year's UCL final was a 5-0. What do you think this year's going to be? I don't see us beating Bayern 5-0, if I'm honest.
No, maybe 4 or 3, something like that.
Something like 8, something like that. He is trolling. Actually, do you know what? I'm just going to assume he is literally just trolling, just joking. If I go into an Arsenal forum and start talking about League, I don't know how long before I get banned. Have you got a bet on it? Rosie, are you timing him out? 2 golden boots, 2 league titles, domestic cups, and winning goal against Parma. He deserves a statue. Ooh. I would not be averse to that at all. I would give Alan Smith a statue. I love Smudger. There was that moment in Euro 92. So obviously, Jose, this you wouldn't know this, but Graham Taylor, who was not the best England manager of all time, we were in the we had to beat Sweden to qualify from the group stages of Euro 92. And we had Gary Lineker on the pitch. And Gary Lineker and Alan Smith had played together very fruitfully at Leicester. And Graham Taylor, with us 2-1 down, started Alan Smith warming up. And I was like, brilliant. Exactly. This is the time to play the 2 front men who know each other. They have chemistry. They go way back. This partnership. Who does he take off? Gary Lineker. And you're just like, oh, fucking brilliant. And I'm an Arsenal fan. And that was the last time Gary Lineker ever played for England. 1 goal short of matching the record goal scored. Good evening, Bronco VA. Is that Virginia? I think it is. But it's great to see you. I've wanted to ask that a few times now. Steve 1 Minute McManaman. Steve 1 Minute McMahon. Steve 1 Minute McMahon.
89.
Oh, yes,
1
of
minute,
course, when he's going 1 minute.
Hmm.
Prick. I liked him, actually. I did like him. Hey, Spencer, how are you and the family? Well, I thought Bo Stack was a blues singer. What did I watch? I really liked it. It's a vampire film with blues players. I cannot remember what it's called. Sinners. That was a really good film. I enjoyed that. Don't watch that, Rosie. It's got bits of vampirism in it.
Oh,
bit of trivia.
They had dorks in it.
Who was the first transfer in the Premier League? That's a good question. Nunandinho. It wasn't Tony Yeboah or something like that, was it? Eric Cantona? No. God, that's a good question. Zanzi, are you having a nap? What's going on?
No,
Are you making one of those fruity Turkish cigarettes you like to smoke?
Yes, I am, sir.
Oh dear.
I'm still listening. With all
are you having a bong, man?
Bong.
When you giggle like that, it doesn't lend any credibility to your no. Will both managers get it right tomorrow and we get a stalemate, or does one overthink it? If one overthinks it, I think we know who it's going to be. I've got to hope he doesn't overthink it.
Well, hopefully only one manager will get it right, and that's going to be Arteta.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the nut job in the other dugout.
I think it comes. We do have, I'd say on paper, a better team than them, and we're definitely better than Tottenham, and they couldn't contain Tottenham. So I'm hopeful it'll be a 2-0. What did I say earlier? 2-1. So I'm coming round to your way of thinking, but the data says 2-1. It wasn't really me saying 2-1. I said I think it'd be 1-1, or they might win it 2-1. It's a really good question, by the way. I absolutely love it. Nonandinho, bit of trivia. Following the inception of the Premier League, who was the first transfer? Or could we change that question to who does Lee Gunner think was the first transfer? That's more interesting for all of us, surely. Noni has great pace, but pushes the ball too far and loses it and runs out of bounds. Do you know what? The earlier, there's been some fucking hysterical comments tonight. You guys are absolutely winning. Saka like a boom boom. I'm always worried if Noni somehow gets his dribbles wrong, he might just score past Raya.
Someone pointing the other way. Oh,
God. Oh, I never hate any of our players, and I never want to see anyone injured. And I think I'm just going to leave that comment there.
You know what? When I was at school, secondary school, I really hated rugby because I was small and I just hated rugby. We were having this one match, not a proper match. It was like a sports stuff like that. And the teacher said, "Oh, we're going to play rugby today." And I said, "What? Why can't we play football? Because we're playing rugby." Okay, all right. And we had this one bit where for some reason, I was like in defence. That's all I can say, because I didn't know where to stand. So I was like, just sort of halfway line.
I don't think you're just meant to stand anywhere. I think they usually run around, don't they?
Yeah, but the ball came hoofing up towards me, and I thought, oh shit. So my mate who's next to me, he said, "Do you catch it?" So I thought, oh, just mate. So I caught it, and I looked up. There's like all our rugby player lads running towards me. I'm thinking, shit. So I'm off running down towards my end, and they're all running after me. But I had the bend on them because I actually ran round in a semicircle, and then it was literally a little bit of a downhill. And I went running all the way down, scored a try.
What?
But the thing is, but the only way you could describe it is like, you know, when you said Benny Hill's running and everyone's rapping. It was like that.
Do you know what? My only rugby story is so incredibly similar. We turned up. Our school had a sports ground in Edgware that we were able to use, but it was all rugby posts. There's no nets or anything. And we got up there, and you used to go up there, I think, and you used to have to get changed. You had to buy and they made us get rugby kit and boots with studs and everything. And you'd go up there, and the showers were always cold, and it was always muddy. And I remember the first time we got up there, my form tutor.
Well, why do you have a muddy shower?
Yeah, it's just how it was. But because we got in there too clean, basically. So our form teacher, I think he was from Yorkshire, and he was well into his rugby, right? So he's got us all standing round. We're all looking at this ball, going like, "What do you do with that? Why is it such a stupid shape?" And he's just like, and there's kids genuinely trying to play with it like it's a football, going, "This is mad." But so he basically showed us. The first thing he showed us in rugby was a scrum, and he got 3 players to interlock with 3 other players, and he goes, "Right, now you 2 are the line behind that. Now put your face right up against their arse cheeks." And that was me done. I was like, "Nah, you're all right, mate." Like, it just, no one was interested. But then we got onto the pitch, and he's like, he put me and Charles Murphy, who is the geekiest. Well, he was like the kind of kid who would normally have a note, but this Mr. Bridges wasn't taking notes on this day, right? His mum had written him a note, probably very carefully written a note, but Mr. Bridges wasn't having it, right? So I found myself standing near, not under, but near the goal, which I still don't think should be called a goal. But you know, the thing you kick, the convert, the point, whatever it is, right? Me and Charles are standing under it. One of my best mates was a cross-country runner for the England schoolboys. So he was fast. And there was a melee going on over there the whole time. And me and Charles, there wasn't anybody else there end defending, but he'd obviously just gone, "You 2 stand there." And I mean stand there. I wasn't moving. And I didn't get on with Charles at that point. I was like basically taking a piss out of him. Not from a great position of strength, it must be said. But the ball, this melee of boys. And then suddenly I see that Sam Raby gets the ball. And he's running towards us in this kind of slalom. And no one can catch him because it's Sam Raby. He's the fastest kid in our school. And he's running towards me. And so I just got out of the way and let him run past me. And Mr. Bridges comes tearing over. "You're supposed to stop him." I was like, if the whole fucking team couldn't stop him because he's the fastest kid in the school, what chance have I got? And that was the last time I played rugby. I never, I genuinely, me and Charles, one of the nerdiest kids in school, and my friend Dan Landau, who on account of the fact he had to wear NHS glasses, wasn't allowed to play rugby, and Mr. Bridges was okay with that. The 3 of us got left to our own devices on one of the accompanying neighbouring pitches with a rugby ball, and we were just trying to kick it around like it was a football. There you go, rugby. Get your face right up on his arse cheek. Have you just heard yourself? I'm a 12-year-old North London comprehensive boy. Fuck off. Maybe you could use a screaming woman from Highbury as Nonny's pitch alarm. You know the one. I don't actually. If Nonny, I love the Nonny love is here, right? Nonny, let's all have a little bit of time for Nonny. If Nonny does the things we want him to do, or add the things we want him to add to his game, he would be Jamal, he would be Lamine, he'd be Pires, yeah. No one's biting, so the gunner sexual's pissed off. Have you? Oh no. Gunner sexual. I love it. Look, Gary's come in with a nighty night. Fucking hell, he's been here the whole time.
Yeah, he came in there nearly 2 hours ago, said hello,
3 hours ago.
And then he says, no. So,
Gary, we're going to have to get you on here again, man.
He's very slow at typing.
Damn, I didn't mean nighty night. I meant Nonny's shit. No one's. That is wild. Yes, Bronco and okay, cool. Beautiful part of the world indeed. Spencer, as those watch Gary's channel know me as. Yes, right. I'm with you now. Great to see you, mate. Can we call anyone that comes in and behaves like wallpaper cults or walloper cults? Or can we just say, there we are then? Which is my new favourite thing to say. But also, I genuinely have watched this clip like 10 times a day for the last 2 days.
Master, what is the secret to eternal happiness? Do not argue with stupid people. That's it? I don't think that works. You are right.
Just every day, 10 times. Just at work.
It's a shame the cat didn't say, there we are then.
No, I might have to overdub that. That would be better. Yeah. There we are then. No, it's good. It's just, you are right. Just some things just make me laugh. There you go. I've said it. It's almost 22 in the morning here, Spencer. Time for you to don the cat costume and set the cats free. Oh. Sorry, lads, I lost my 13-year-old son a couple of years ago, and it's chats like this that really help. Man, I can't imagine what that's like. And nothing I say can make any difference. But, like, from me to you, like, you have nothing but my love. I hate the idea of that so much. And if anything that we've created here helps you in any way, then that makes everything worth it. But thanks for sharing that. That's an absolutely horrendous. I think all of us can feel. I have no idea how you cope with that, but I'm so glad you are dealing with it, mate.
If it made you smile. If
even just a little bit, do you know what I mean? Like, because I think it takes so much strength and character to get through that. That's the worst thing that I can imagine. And I know that, you know, sadly, I've never experienced loss on that scale, but I've experienced loss, and I've friends of mine and you know, when I was younger, friends of mine who lost their lives, and it's just the worst thing. And so huge respect to you for carrying on and being you know, and having the character to carry on, and anything that we do that makes you smile, it
takes a lot of character to even say that.
Yeah, huge, and like that's one of the best things you could have said, and I'm really grateful to you for being that generous. Right. Oh, she used to be in the corner between West and North, always a panic scream whenever we nearly scored or conceded. What, the Emirates? No, I don't remember a Highbury. North and West. Oh, I was always North and East. Does anyone else have to use never eat shredded wheat to remember which way round it goes? That's how I know. It goes, never eat shredded. Yeah. I don't. Because I'm not.
That's the way around, though.
Huh?
I was just testing you.
No. Don't Arteta me either. Okay. What's happened? What happened? Did I miss something? What's happened to Gary's daughter? Gary out. There are just... Do you know what? I've said it like 8 times, I think, so far. But Zanzi, can we just take a moment and appreciate this chat? This is next level chat.
I have to say, this has possibly been, with the comments and the bullshit we've been talking about, probably one of the best nights we've had there on a Tuesday. Or any day.
I'm absolutely loving it, and I haven't laughed as often on one show. I know I haven't. I just absolutely love it. I thought DJB and Normski did a brilliant Christmas show that made me laugh a lot. They were talking a lot about when you were a kid playing football and you get called in, and you know, all the kind of things. But tonight there's been like almost everyone's come up with a cracking comment. During the Atletico versus Barcelona game in the Champions League, somebody made me laugh by saying Lamine Yamal is the final version of Noni Madueke. He'd be so pleased to hear that, wouldn't he? And I'm pretty sure I think I know what Lamine Yamal would say to that. Noni? No. Hey, if that was your cat, Spencer, I'll end up as a cushion. If someone starts to take with this manager, you know what? There'll be a howler. It's when they come in and go, what's everyone's position on Arteta? Don't have one. Huh? Does not compute. Program override. Reset. Factory reset. Or if they quote LG or his friends, why do they? What goes wing, 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 wing? It's a telephone, isn't it? Don't get me on that one. People are saying Arsenal and Athletic games should be televised on Al Jazeera. I don't get it. I've never been called next level. Well, in a good way that you are next level. You've never been called it to your face. Oh dear. That doesn't make... Oh, wing, 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 wing. Stevie Wonder answering the iron. Why does it go wing, wing?
Maybe it's a phone with a lisp.
Why wouldn't be? It wouldn't be wing, wing. I don't remember her. I remember the bloke with the cream jacket in the East Stand. Regular as fucking clockwork. Two things you could count on from him. It would be a Saturday 3 o'clock kickoff. You've been in the pub since lunchtime. You're out late on Friday. You haven't had a lot of sleep. You're in a good mood, but you're in one of them, can we just all sit down for a bit moods? And 6 or 7 minutes after you've sat down, you go, stand up if you hate Tottenham. And you'd have to stand up. And it's one of those chants, isn't it? Stand up if you hate Tottenham. Stand up if you hate Tottenham. Stand up if you hate Tottenham. Stand up. And you'd be like, all right, we're all standing. Then I'd be like, sit down if you hate Tottenham. And we'd all sit down again. But I'd look at him and I'd always be like, could you just give me 10 minutes? Just 10 minutes. I just want to sit down. I've just been, you're standing in the pub and you're walking to the game and you're standing to get in the game. All of that. I just want to sit down. I know it's terrible and I'm a big fan of terraces. But the other thing you could always rely on him for, which I loved him for, but you just think, he's mental. Because we'd be like, we're North Bank, we're North Bank, we're North Bank Highbury. And then it'd be like, we're clocking, we're clocking. And then he would go, we're on his own. Where the East Stand, where the East Stand. And it never occurred to him that no one was singing along. People sitting next to him would be like, going like that. We don't sing that, mate. That isn't a thing. And he'd be like, where the East Stand. But I wonder what happened to him. If that was you or someone you know, please get in touch here at the Gooner Channel. I loved him. I absolutely fucking loved him. Apparently because we both play terrorist football. Oh, I see. Haram ball. Yeah, no. Oh, well. Chinese, there you see. I knew you were going to do that, and I wish you hadn't. Rosie, you're better than that. Crock end. No, you got me at it now. Sorry, that's terrible. Clock end. We're clocking, we're clocking, we're clocking. Or to me, it always sounded like, we're clocking, we're clocking. Clock in, do your job. I know, choir director, stand up, sit down. That's what football is, though, isn't it? It's when it was terraces. You never had stand up if you hate Tottenham. You were standing anyway. That would have been all right. But it's that when you've just sat down, I know it's pathetic. I feel pathetic saying it, but I used to come into especially if it was a tense game, it wouldn't matter because you'd be on your feet anyway. But if you were I've just sat down, stand up. Can we just take it for granted I hate Tottenham? Do you know I'm in the North Bank watching my team every fucking Saturday we're playing? Can it just go without saying that I fucking hate Tottenham? Do I have to stand up? And then of course you can't be the only prick sitting down, and then you can't be the first one to sit down. Let's all make it. What is some of the best chants you've ever heard? I do love the "Can we play you every week? Are you Tottenham in disguise?" I remember getting the Sunderland fans to chant. My uncle wanted to go, for a long story short, I think I've told this story, but he, having visited London, I took him to a match. Arsenal were away, so I took him to a Tottenham match. 4 years later, he came back and he said, should we go to another football match? I was like, well, you've picked another bad one. We're away. And he went, no, we're not. We're home. I was like, no, we're away this week. And he went, no, we're playing Sunderland. I went, no, Tottenham. Oh, don't be silly. And he goes, well, of course I'm a Tottenham fan. I've only ever seen Tottenham. So I had to get tickets off a tout outside. I got 2 tickets, about 80 quid for one, 100 quid for the other. So I gave him the 100 quid one. And I went to go in, and it turned out that I'd accidentally bought a ticket in the Sunderland end. And I was over the moon. I was like, I'm sitting with the away fans, wicked. And I hadn't been to Sunderland at this point. I didn't really understand a lot of what was being said to me. But this woman, I sat down. She goes, "Do you mind if I ask you where you got your ticket?" And I was like, "Oh, I haven't sat down in a supporters club seat or something. Have I done something wrong?" So I'm not going to say, "Oh, I bought it off a bloke outside." So I went, "Yeah, my mate got it." And she went, "No, like when did you get it?" And I was like, "No, my mate got it ages ago." She goes, "No, he didn't, because I sold it about 30 minutes before the match. Do you mind if I ask how much you paid for it?" And I was like, "Oh, man, I paid 80 quid for it." She went, "Oh, fucking hell, I sold it for 20. And I was like, "What? Like, what are you doing selling it for 20 quid? Like, what do you think? Like, that's cheaper than the face price." She goes, "Yeah, well, he said no one would want it because it's in the away end." And I was like, "Mate, I'm over the moon. I'm an Arsenal fan." Told her the story. She was like, "Oh, I bet you know loads of good chants that we could sing at them." So I was like telling them all. But my favourite one has got the whole Sunderland team to just shout, "You're just a shit club in London." Oh, was it? Shit club in Arsenal. That's it. You're just a shit club at Arsenal. And so that was my favourite ever time I went to White Hart Lane, and I've been loads of times. To you, it sounds like clock. To me, it sounds like something different. What's on your mind, Rosie? What's up with the wee things on your cap? What's the wee thing with wings on your cap? What are you on about? That's the logo.
No, I think she's talking about the headphones because they match the round bit on the cap.
Well, I'm colour coordinated. I have Yves Saint Laurent do all my costume design. I really hate the rivalry has become just shamelessness. Like, why is Tottenham fan telling me the game against Atletico tomorrow is going to be boring? Like, they don't have to worry about relegation. All I can say, as I said to the boys, if you start talking to a Tottenham fan, and they ask you how it is that you remain so happy.
Master, what is the secret to eternal happiness? Do not
Talk to Tottenham fans. It's just simple as that. Just leave it. Just be like, drop me out, mate. Liverpool and Man United fans wanting City to win the league tells you all about these clout chasers. Surely true fans of these clubs despise City and what they represent. Yeah, I think so. But the thing is, I've had some really good conversations recently with people. And one of the things that really stood out for me was that, and it's happened in here as well, where, you know, if you started supporting Arsenal and you're not from North London, why would you hate Tottenham? Depending on the era that you started supporting, and I think a lot of Arsenal fans will say that they hate Man United the most. And I think that's reasonable, but it's not for me. You know, I don't hate Man United. Oh yeah, the famous Tottenham Hotspur went to Rome to see the Pope. Yeah, there's a few. There's yeah, made you look. You did make me look. Raising the tone. You're just a bus stop in London was a chant I heard directed at Lake Norient. Oh, mate. Lake Norient are funny. You can get a season ticket at Lake Norient for like 20 quid. No, it's 200 quid or something. Right. I'm loving this too much to stop, but I do have to call it a day. So, Zanzi, let's go to you for your emotional farewell.
I'm going to call it Wednesday.
Call it Wednesday.
Yes. But it's been very emotional today. Like with tears of laughter.
It's been brilliant.
The chat has been absolutely bang on today. I'm going to take a leaf out of Rosie's book and say my comment of the day is going to be Collison 42.
It's not even close today. I mean, he won on one of the most hotly contested. Everyone's been outstanding, but Collis is he's pushed it to a new level. He's Bergkamp tonight. Outstanding work. Rosie, tight ship as ever. Absolutely love your work. Everybody here, start to finish, massive love to you guys. Everyone has been outstanding. Sorry, I jumped in there. You were going to say it's been emotional, weren't you?
No, I was trying to remember who the chap was who lost his kid. And I've forgotten his name now.
Oh, no, there he is. Nunandinho.
Ronaldinho, yeah. It's lovely to have you here, mate. Really nice.
That's such a deep comment, and I think touched all of us.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you for that.
And that's it. That's all I've got to say now. And we're going to win 2-0 tomorrow.
Do you know what? I've
Off
been
the
trying to
arse.
convey this to people in words, like people who've said, "Oh, you're an Arsenal fan, you don't rate your team." All that. Like, I'm an Arsenal fan because I love the tribe. I love the fans. Like, we have good times and bad times, but tonight I have had such a great time. And when you think it's the eve of a Champions League semi-final, and there are so many teams all around the world that would kill to be where we are, certainly around Europe. But I'm not stressed about it, and I'd love to see us win it. 3-1 tomorrow would be wonderful. I'll give it to you. 2 set-piece goals and 1 from our open play. I don't even want the open play one. I just honestly don't know if but I just Victoria Concordia Crescit. Adare, who's been here from the beginning. Family is everything. 100%. And I love that you said that. And that's
I hope you
how we all feel. We didn't finish watching Arteta's press conference. Yeah, we hope to see you again. Absolutely, in Nintendo 7. But yeah, just for everybody that's gone out of their way to be part of it and to be just fucking good company, basically. You're absolute legends. I'm doing a watch along tomorrow. It's going to be an awful watch along. May I suggest you join it after we've won so that we can carry on the banter? But I have what we call in German a sturmfreie Bude tomorrow, which means that the missus and my youngest are all out. So I've got the house to myself. And I've got nothing better to do than be watching.
While the cats are away.
It will be live stream a go-go. I should be live streaming through a match.
Well.
Nope, none of that. Don't know what you're thinking. Your missus doesn't go away much, does she?
Oh, she does every day, mate. She's gone
Does she?
out the door. Yeah.
And that's when you start dancing around like a loon, is it?
Well, just be thankful this is only a headshot camera.
Listen, on that bombshell, let's leave it with a video. But no, it's been absolutely phenomenal. You've been absolutely. Do you know what I'm going to do? I never do this. I'm going to leave it on. I'm going to leave it on Hawkwind's song because I never play that all the way through, and it's 3 minutes long, and that takes us nicely.
Gone. No,
huh?
We're gone.
No. But anyway, until tomorrow, be lucky. Lots of love.